Hello, everyone. We are back. And we're not freezing.
We are back.
We are back. Look, I've just had an energy drink, and I've had that moment where you peak up with energy boost, and then you crash for a second, and then you level off.
Yeah.
So like I'm at a level.
Yeah.
I'm leveling now. So
we call that the what's it colouring spike.
That's why I don't drink that stuff.
I mean, look, I'll be honest. It's I'm looking at my memory pressure. That's all. That's all. After last week's, audio video cast, I've been making tiny adjustments to the stream in the back end.
It was good as an audio drama.
It was.
It
was good. We can actually enter this show into the podcast category now because technically it was a podcast for one episode.
Let's win this.
We'll win all the awards by just spreading ourselves out tactically.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Introductions. I'm Hedgehog. I am known online as Hedgehog UK. I use he/him pronouns, and I have the honour and privilege of telling this amazing story with my three amazing players, who I'm going to let introduce and promo themselves now. I'm going to do it in overlay order. I'm really sorry, so I'm going to start with Chris.
Oh, it's me.
Yes.
Me. Why am I first on the overlay? I can't see the overlay. I can see us looking on here. So, hello. Yeah, I'm Chris. I am wearing a t-shirt that makes it look like my neck has got a moustache. You can find me online as Papa Glitch pretty much everywhere. And now I've got lots of things happening. I'm doing live plays later in the year to raise money for charity, so just find me online and you can find me. I'm a comedian, so I do other things that are funny. You can't find me. It's like Where's Wally, but with the internet. And I'm writing my own TTRPG at the moment with a fabulous artist that's coming out in a couple of months. And then I'm also writing one with someone else, which is a travel version. That's only going to be 6 pages long. So there's lots going on, and I have ADHD, as you could probably tell. So it's probably enough from me. Who's next?
Next is Bex.
Hello, I'm Bex. You can find me on the internet at varying places, mostly Blue Sky. They're under Phoenix Force. I'm generally doing things, writing, a couple other action plays coming up. I'm doing a Blades in the Dark one-shot next week with Girls Run These Worlds, which is going to be very fun. And I also have a horror podcast called Out to Get You. We have an interview going up with an author for Pride, which is going to be very exciting. And I'm on the social media editorial team for Strange Horizons, the sci-fi fantasy magazine that is running their fund drive right now. So if you like sci-fi and fantasy, you should check out the stuff we publish and see if you want to support us. That's about it.
Awesome. I was going to start the debate of isn't sci-fi just science fantasy, but I think that will probably break the stream.
Space operas are not science fantasy.
That's how you start arguments.
I have a whole degree in fantasy literature. People still don't know.
Anyway, last but not least, we have Pan.
Hey, it's me, Pan. How's it going? You can find me most places, social media-wise, as Stellar Encore. You can also check me out on Emergency Power Podcast, which is going out soon, I believe. We're just finishing recordings of that. We've got God Plane as well coming out from the same group. Cosmopunk, which is a Starfire podcast, and Orcs of... Well, I don't know if I can say the name. Whatever. It's two and a half voices, the word Orcs of. So Orcs of West Crown, which is an upcoming Pathfinder 2 podcast, which I'll be on. I'm also started doing Twitch streams again because I got into Dave the Diver really hard, and it's so relaxing. It's so relaxing.
And I need time off from dating him, so I've started streaming. And
yes, so that's what I've been doing. So come check me out playing some games as well. I think I'm going to do one Sunday at 2 p.m.
Awesome. Right. I was about to say it's been 2 weeks. It hasn't been 2 weeks. My brain is behind.
It's been 1 week. Is what it's been.
Look, if you could do a whole recap for that song, going fair play. But
oh, I can.
Oh, no.
I realized who I was saying it to as I was saying it, and I was like, no,
It's a mistake.
You've made a mistake there. Anyway,
Challenge accepted. No.
Can anyone remember what we did last week?
Oh, Bex, I think that's all you, really. I think for the most part, we took on, I think it was Farmer to get an AV.
Yep.
We did.
Big Farmer.
We came out really well. I think we planned that to the T. It came out great.
Yeah.
Except for the guy who lost his
Wait.
arm.
Well,
I mean, that was still
his
within our
problem.
plans.
Yeah.
Yeah. He lost it. That's careless.
Yeah. We took it, really, which just means that we
Yeah.
won.
We won. It's a victory. We met Aether's ex.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
did.
that's it. Well, that's it. I was going to say, Bex can probably go from there, because once we got out, we were blindsided by
we got
a
got
certain
by
salty ex.
some Militech folks who Avery, the leader, turned out to be Ether's ex, and was real salty about all the drama that they've been up to, all the
drama.
all the mischief. And I hustled him into giving us 26 grand with the promise of, we'll bring Ether
Absolutely
back to you.
finessed.
And then we didn't do that. We blew them up instead because we told Ether that was happening. There was like, you want to blow them up? And we went, yeah, all right. So we did that.
What's this wee business? You pressed the button.
I pressed the button, but like you were both there and no one stopped me. So
That's how it works.
That's how
Cloud
it works.
was enjoying a chair, a good chair.
Ether gave us a lot of bonus for
Or
it.
even doing the whole house.
Yeah,
and all was well. I don't think we're going to see any repercussions for those actions. I think everything
zero blowback on any of that.
Absolutely.
No. I mean, to be fair, the past week, in terms of like repercussions, there's like been none. Things have been nice and quiet. You know, you're taking Cat's like corpo job, that's like worked fine. You know, nothing.
Everything's
coming up. AV Club.
Exactly.
The AV Club.
The AV
Club. Got new badges.
So Aether has upheld her end of the bargain. They have, over the past week, acquired a stratospheric transport. A ginormous... I don't want to call it a spacecraft. It's not technically a spacecraft. It is a space plane that can go into high atmosphere before it has to come down. But it's much more efficient than just flying like low atmosphere. These things are designed for like mass hauling operations. Think like shipping tankers, but send them up towards like the upper atmosphere. Ironically, the stratospheric carrier is probably more expensive in net worth than the things you're stealing. But
that just suggests we should be stealing something else as well.
Yeah. I've seen both.
It does a lot of that.
Yeah, like, I mean, you don't know if Aether intends to give this carrier back when they're done with it. Or, you know, what they're going to do with it afterwards. But that is currently disguising itself as a regular hauler, making fake deliveries, because it's a bit suspicious when a stratospheric carrier just stops for no reason. So at the moment, it's hanging around Night City, just pretending to make drop-offs to places that Aether gives them, until it's ready to pull off what it intends to do. Aether gets in touch, and once again, through your agents, sends you a location of a warehouse on the very northern side of Watson. So Watson's still very much in development. It's not been fully built yet. So the more north you go, the less of it there is. So at the moment, North Watson is more industrially developed before the rest of the mega towers go up. So there is a large Militech warehouse there. It was a former Arasaka haunt, but after they left, Militech thought, well, this is a nice, well-defended location. We can take that. So they moved in. And Aether wasn't kidding when she said this is well-defended. This place, even from like looking at it from like photographs or satellite imagery, this place was built to resist. It was essentially built as a depot for the Fourth Corporate War, so it was built along the mindset of this place has to be defensible. We can't let anyone get inside. So there's a lot of bunkers built into walls here. There is very, very heavy titanium mixed with concrete walls that drills would find very difficult to get through. Even cannon fire would struggle to get through, given the thickness of it all. There's very limited ways in, just like looking from above, like roadways. There's only 2 roads in. One north, one south. It's a fortress, would be the best word. Aether doesn't want you to go in unprepared. So your job this week, although you won't get paid for it, is to go out and scope the place out. They've been very freeform in how you want to do this. If you need resources to help you scope out, Aether will arrange, within reason again, anything you may want or any tools you may need that would help you do that, as long as you don't start taking the mick. Now,
professional spies.
Little on the expensive side. But no, they want you to come up with a feasible plan of action for how you want this to go down.
Do we have any kind of any plans or anything?
So you have in the files that get sent over, you have basic plans of the buildings. These are only architectural plans, so you can only see the building layout and what you think the rooms are inside. There's like no electrical wiring, there's no security systems on there, there's no what else they keep in there. A lot of this is compartmentalized for good reason. They don't want people knowing what's inside that warehouse and specifically where they keep it. You have all week to do this. These tasks will take time. So, have a think about, without guiding you too much through I suppose a railroad, the order you do actions in this session has more importance than normal. I normally wouldn't really care how you do actions as long as you do the actions that you need to get the job done. But putting on my little strict rule lawyer hat for an episode, the order you do.
What does that look like, your little strict lawyer hat, exactly?
It's
a tiny judge wig?
Yeah, it's a tiny little judge wig with a little propeller on top. But there's like a mix between the geek hat and the judge's hat. But no, it because the best way to describe it is the more you do things and the better or worse you do at it, the more suspicious Militech is going to get that something is going on, and they may start changing things depending on how suspicious they get. So it's really up to you as a group to figure out what you think is the most important, what you'd want to get first, over things that you might deem not as useful. You can use this week to prep. If there are certain avenues you decide later on, they're like, oh, that could be a useful thing for later. You can take the time to do that as well with, your skills and your ideas, deciding the outcome. Do you want to meet up? And if so, I mean, I won't say where you're going to meet, but let's admit it's not going to be Cloud's house because I think we've all universally agreed we're never going back there again.
No.
I've got new chairs. You got 2 new chairs.
It's it's totally Odin has become very house proud now because she's gotten this new house for free.
I paid for mine. Cloud paid. Cloud's the poorest, and he paid for his.
He's the only one who's
Well,
paying.
It's the only
well,
one. He doesn't
It
really see
comes
that.
down to who you know, not always what you know, Cloud. But
I was offered one as well. I just like mine.
Yeah,
It's got all my stuff
and
in it.
that's really where you kind of fall down on that one, Cloud. Okay, so everybody come in. This is welcome to my abode. As Odin opens the door, you also notice that she's spent a lot of money on new cyberware, to the point where her body is now much more petite and squat, and she's given us a bit of a nip tuck, as it were. The point where she looks maybe like early 20s, but still retains the voice and mind of Odin, the old lady. Still the
Very
accent,
funny.
guys.
Old lady.
All the mannerisms are still those of an old lady. She's just petite.
Hey, you're looking. Hey, Odin, you are looking different.
Right?
Yeah, that is.
I always wanted to get myself a new look, and I thought, you know what? I might get shot in the face tomorrow, so why not?
Why
Well,
not?
You can't take the Eddies with you, I suppose.
You cannot. You're not the only one that's got a new body, and I feel like gesture down, and there is a robotic cat following me in.
Oh,
Look at Terry.
wow.
Terry's a real boy.
Terry's at least 30,000 eddies worth of military tech.
Oh no, I didn't have that much. I've had to skim down on some of the parts.
Still a little bit, and
he
that's
is
okay.
useful. No, this Terry's, he needed an upgrade as well. He's been a hard working.
Yeah.
He's been looking after the house while I've been out working, and I thought it was time.
Oh, he's like security now. That's great.
Yeah,
Hi,
well,
Terry.
he was. That's really all he was before. He was just he was a camera that meowed before, and now he's still got the camera, but he can come with us.
I
Great.
pet
I'm
Terry
happy for you.
with a clunk.
He meows. It's a very robotic, very recorded sounded meow, but it is definitely
one every time.
Wow.
Oh, it's like what's that game? Stray.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like Stray. And then Terry starts curling between your legs.
Awesome.
And
Yes.
he sort of looks like a cat, but imagine if you got a robot cat and then stuck bits of fur to it
Oh,
to
no.
make it look more like a cat.
That's worse than I was expecting.
But some of it is
Yeah.
denim.
Gross. I hate
I ran out of
that.
money. So he's very affectionate.
Half
He's
not.
denim.
He's not
I'll
as
lend
good
you some
looking as
money
you
for
are
this
now,
stuff.
Odeon, but he's fine. I think he looks great.
He is great. He is great. If you need to borrow some cash, though, I don't mind.
No, I don't need to borrow. I think I did all of it. I helped me and
No,
Terry.
yes.
We did this
He's
together. I mean,
he's great. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
he is great. Yes. Yeesh. So come on through to the living room.
All right.
And, let's get
Like
down
a
to
little
business.
cat, heavy cat paws comes up
Bless.
behind you. This is lovely.
Thank you. Please
And I'll-
have a fishbowl.
A fishbowl.
Well, no, I mean they're not really fish, and they're not really even ball shaped, but they call them fish balls.
Oh, like a food thing. Okay. I haven't had anything but kibble for like 2 months, so
Oh,
nice. Is this like meat? What is it?
I have no idea.
Cool.
But you can get them they're on sale in the market, so again, the old lady instinct kicked in.
I have no idea.
That puts it back down, and it's like, okay.
I
Okay,
eat two
thank you.
more. I put two in my
You get used
pocket.
to them.
I tried to
I'm
feed one
well,
to
thank
Terry.
you.
It's not quite. He's not quite got that yet.
Kathy, you didn't bring Luna this week?
No.
I see. Did you take her out like you said you might?
Well, we went out. I'm giving her today off. I figure
Right.
she's.
It's weird to say you went out, but then you're also giving her the day off from going out with you.
Well, if we went out socially, then she doesn't have to work for me the following day. That feels strange.
It is a little. We should get to the work, huh, guys?
Whew.
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Everything's fine.
You know, I'm not going to anymore. That's fine. I'll see her when I see her.
Yeah.
Cloud stretches out on your sofa. This is too many chairs, but it's very comfortable.
It's great. I like to stack them up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never
if I
thought
had
of
a
this.
weird thing with like real designer chairs.
Are they chairs or is there a sofa that the Cloud can stretch out on?
I don't know. Hedge, is there a sofa or is it your chairs?
There's sofas. There's at least 2.
Right.
Multiple.
Why there's so many chairs in this house?
There's so many.
You just gave me a house full of chairs.
It's an IKEA warehouse. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Is that a Srookie?
You've got like one of those living room areas where the floor is ever so slightly sunk, and there's like 2 sofas.
So this is where all the DFS go to die.
I wonder if you wanted to leave it behind.
Yeah. I'm just going to stretch out on your most comfortable looking.
Oh,
So
make yourself at
for-
home. That's fine.
Nibble on a fish's ball, you know.
Still fine.
Feet up. Nods.
I
Yeah,
think
Cash got like very delicately perched, like legs crossed, back straight, like hands in her lap, like business posture. Like, okay, are we doing anything?
yeah, I think she hands you guys a shard each of the information that she's accrued, which is what we know now.
Yeah. Fab. Yeah, Kat will like stash it away and be like, okay, if you want to give me your agents, I got us some things that might be helpful, and just whips out the 3 trauma team cards for the 3 of us.
Oh, showing up on my holy crap!
Yeah, well, I figured it might be useful. We have exec coverage for this month. It'll just in case anything goes awry. I don't want us to bleed out in the middle of this warehouse that she's sending us to. So
These are worth more than all the chairs in this room.
yeah, well, it's not
Probably also
not
the room.
pricey, but it is worth it, I think.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
That's so sweet.
I'm going to give you my agent. Whatever you need to do. I
Yeah.
like living.
Yeah, she'll
I give
spend
you
some
an
time
agent.
like registering the cards to your agents.
I
So
also
that you can also
slip
call.
your Wuthers as I accumulate.
Thanks. Puts it in her pocket. Doesn't do anything with it.
None of us have eaten any of them. We're just keeping them. We're not
One
sure
day that'll
about
come in handy.
it. One day. It's going to blow our minds. We're going to like, oh my god, that's amazing. What is
Wow,
that?
You can
that's
only
not
defeat me with
boring.
an ancient candy named Wuthers, which no one has.
Yeah. It's going to be
Yeah.
the thing we have to put in the security system, and it's
So, like, trauma team exec essentially means that if you get wounded and you call them in, as well as being stabilized and taken to hospital, any treatments requiring surgery are covered.
nice.
So
It's-
you don't have to pay any extra. for
It's
surgeries.
literally health
Have it.
insurance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it
Yay.
is 1,000 eddies a month.
By
Yeah.
default, trauma team, now that you've got it in your agents, will auto-activate if your HP goes lower than your body stat, or you sustain a critical limb injury. Trauma team will automatically... In other words, if your arm gets blown off, that'll trigger trauma team.
Well, that guy did not have.
No,
exactly.
he did not
That guy
have...
did not have
Very
trauma
much
team
not.
coverage.
So, one up on him.
That's what you get.
The big kicker is that you can also call them in manually. It will take an action to do so. So you can't attack on a turn that you call in Trauma Team. They do get a little pissed off if you call them for minor injuries.
You're literally calling a sickie.
Yeah. But if you need stabilizing, they will stabilize you on the turn that they arrive. It's 1d6 turns for their response time. Although, I think for executive, I'm probably going to change it to 1d4 because it just seems like the only benefit you get for upgrading from silver to exec is you get your surgery paid for, which is a nice buff. But also, don't you think?
Yeah, that's not nothing.
But I also would imagine that exec would be a bit more, punchy than silver.
We will shoot everyone and save your life.
Exactly.
Shoot everyone and save your life.
They have combat stats.
They
like,
do?
If people try to attack on a team, they can start swinging.
And in the big difference from 2077, the Trauma Team AVs actually have guns themselves. They're not just unarmed ambulances.
Nice.
It's actually more. It's essentially one of the AVs you shot down in the convoy episode. It's one of them, basically.
Nice.
Causing the wounds, they're healing.
Yes.
Now that is a business opportunity.
I was going to say that is premium American healthcare, isn't it? Shoot you, then heal you, then charge you for it.
Yeah.
Come here, I'm going to beat you with my magic wellness stick. What's that noise? That's the sound of healthcare.
You're being charged as it's hitting you.
Yeah.
Bolt action healthcare. Yeah, so I'm happy about it. Cloud's excited. Now I can look. He's looking at Terry. Now I can get fixed too, Terry. It's not just you, buddy.
Aww.
Kat is like in the middle of registering your Trauma Team card. It's just like, that is so sad.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
So
it's just like, oh no.
The other question is, who are the 2 other Trauma Team cards for? Because you bought 5 cards.
I did. So my other 2 are for I now get a new employee who I have not brought with me either. I have come solo today. They're, they're going through their HR onboarding process, and it takes like the full day, and it's like a whole big.
So there actually is an onboarding process for new
of course
hires.
there is.
There's basically the induction is, this is Kat. Things will be a bit insane.
Yeah. And Kat has not shown up to the induction.
No,
so they're like,
never turns up.
Kat should be here, but is not. That sort of is the standard. She's a nightmare.
Yeah, just anytime HR calls, just never turns up.
I have my agent set up so HR's phone calls go straight to voicemail. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you.
Oh, God.
I will listen to your voicemail and decide if I will reach out to you. Thank you.
Exactly. And Luna's not going to say anything.
No. Luna and I are friends, sort of.
You do have plus. What you do have like plus 13 loyalty at the moment. So
yeah, that's great.
Loyalty can be also fear.
If we're doing so well, we went to the theatre the other night. Thank you. That's what I did with some of my money.
I was going to say,
you went to the theatre with Luna.
Yeah, Luna and I went to the theatre.
Plus 13 now. That's what it takes. Remembering the birthday.
Fine palette.
Yeah. Wow. That's if I ever have employees, I can't wait.
Yeah, so Kat will like talk to the other 2 spare ones and be like, yeah, I brought someone else on board. I figured we could do with some let's call it muscle. Not that you aren't both very capable on that sense, but
smaller audience flexing and going, I pay good money for these.
No, I respect it. I just mean someone tall and broad who can sort of be front and center.
Me too, dear. Me too.
Absorb bullets. That's what you mean, isn't it?
Look, she's not going to say it, but that is absolutely what she means, yes.
HR don't like it when you insinuate that people are like bullet shields. They are...
She got told off for treating her employees as disposable.
Yeah, like...
And meat shields. It's a thing.
They prefer the term, sort of secure. Was it say along the lines of
security professional.
Yeah, security
Ablative
professional,
security.
or conflict resolution handler.
Yes.
Bullet sponge is a little bit like.
It's sort of not. It's not HR approved language to use in the workplace.
HR
You know.
approved.
No, and there's a dictionary of.
Oh, 100%.
Especially,
sure.
and I think the thing is, I don't think
Synonyms
there
for bullet
was.
sponge.
I don't think there was a HR handbook on language you can and can't use until Cat joined, and then it kind of became a thing that was necessary because Cat would just say things.
Well, why would you lie? That's bad. You're not meant to lie.
I've realised the term is kinetic assistant.
Yeah,
Kinetic assistant.
There you go.
That's the term. I've just written down a load of synonyms for the
And-
next one is
and-
kinetic.
Well,
assistant.
this one's going to hate us already.
Look,
Yeah.
if you
Luna's
they
all right.
do-
Luna's a mate.
Yeah.
Look, if they do really well and they absorb many kinetics, then maybe they can become kinetic manager.
Yeah, that's look. That is the
definitely a
way
path
the
for
progression works. That's the corporate ladder they get to climb, and I think that's fine.
Then they retire and they become a kinetic
Retire?
consultant.
Retire.
Retire. What's the name? What's your new assistant's name, Kat? What we know Luna. They're good pals.
She'll scroll. She sits and scrolls through her agent, like going through her
Oh,
emails.
no.
And it's like,
Oh dear.
well, they're new. I haven't met them yet. I don't know.
Okay.
I
think we should
believe
start
they're
off on a
called
good
Saint.
foot, maybe.
What did
They
you
called
say?
what?
Kat?
They're called Saint.
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 Yes. Yes.
Write that down. Kinetic assistant.
I, for one, am looking
Saint.
forward to meeting Saint. I'm sure that they'll be lovely.
Yeah,
I'm sure they will.
it's a good name.
It's not a bad one. I will give them that.
Tall and broad, you said?
Yes.
What you... Okay. All right. Okay.
Very much
Odeon's
part of the
Googling
job
him.
description.
Does Cyberpunk? I don't know if 2077 if Red has social media anymore.
Oh yeah, there's like, is it called the Garden?
I'm going through Cat's friend list looking for it.
I'm not friends with Saint.
Oh, yeah, good
I'm only
point.
just friends with Luna.
You just met. You can't be friends with Luna on social media. People would.
I'll look for Cat's followers, but not the one she's following. Oh,
That's
no.
probably
yeah.
more likely. Yeah.
They've definitely been cyber stalking them.
Yeah, there we go.
What's my new boss like? Oh my god, that's terrifying. Cat like that next to an explosion.
Let's go.
X.
It's like I thought this was a steady PR gig. It's like
So yeah, you're in PR.
It is also that, yeah.
Lots of pictures of you with armed people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the two of us with massive guns doing peace signs.
Robot hands. Lucy's being like, what's up?
There's
I don't
an
know if
explosion in the background.
I'll be honest, Odin, I don't think Cat would ever take a picture with us. I think Luna might take a picture
Yeah, Luna maybe.
Luna
with us,
Pat will not.
but not. But now Terry can do that for us. Watch, Terry. There's a Polaroid noise.
I don't want that. Stop
Oh.
that.
You know, it's just me. It's me on a sofa.
Yeah.
There's a Cloud's social media is just filled with him on various comfortable chairs that he's
Oh,
found amongst Night City that he's never experienced before.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll record everything. He records everything now. Sound, visual. He did the visuals before. Now just sound as well.
Right?
Yeah, you can see in the dark.
Actually, that was a good point, though. Speaking of sound, is there a way you can sneak into this rather than having to take everything head on? Not that I don't want to take everything head on. You know, it's my whole jam, but I worry. But, you know,
It's a
It
big-
might be
big
easier
place.
if we could.
we can
sneak.
start
I
quiet and
don't-
go loud if we have to.
Yeah.
Out of character, Hedgehog.
Mhm.
You said you were going to think about how far Terry could go away from me in my chipset. What are we thinking? Because that's pretty much like his thing.
Yeah,
Like-
that is kind of a sneaky.
So I would say that you can. Thing is, I'm going to say you could probably do on a strong signal 200 meters.
Wow. That is enough.
Okay,
Now,
yeah.
don't get me wrong, that's uninterrupted. Like, that's a straight line signal. If you're going to start putting walls and things in the way, that's going to start degrading, like, depending on the material. But in a straight line, it's a 200-meter connection.
Yeah. I'd probably bring him back.
Yeah, there are certain walls and certain, like, defenses that can be very effective at blocking out
Don't
signals.
kill Terry on game 1. I feel like you're building up to Terry, this becoming a rescue mission.
There are a lot of anti-Terry devices in here. It's weird, but
the ATs,
they're,
the anti-Terry.
they're just cat balls in the vent system.
It's just a ball of wool.
yeah,
I've
ball of wool.
just a ball of it's like iron wool. It's like steel. Terry, it can now function as he's kind of got the ability to scope. We could use him to scope out some of the defenses. That probably be
Terry's
the
day
first
out. That
thing.
sounds good.
Did you?
And we could.
Did you install brain dance sensors on him?
No. Should I?
No,
I
I
can show you what. So I took all his weapons away. People at home, he is a flathead drone, but I took away all his guns. So he has Cyber Eye and Cyber Audio Suite, and he also has vampires because he's got teeth. But his Cyber Eye has Image Enhance, Low Light Infrared UV, and a micro video because he got that anyway. So, and a Cyber Audio Suite which comes with amplified hearing, a radio scanner, and a music player, and an audio
music player.
Yeah, he's got a radio in him, so he can play music.
So he can just like follow us around, giving us a soundtrack.
Yeah. He can't. So it's a radio scanner. So he can't. It's not like he can tune into like police. It's just like music and stuff.
Yeah. So you can. There is it's neural-ware, but you could install it on a robot in theory. There is a brain dance recorder as a piece of neuralware that you could put inside a robot if you really wanted to.
Wait, he's got a video and
it depends. Like, it depends how much. Like, brain dance recorders are sometimes better than video and audio because you can experience it.
Oh god!
And you can also use recorders to pick up background, like, information.
I could swap all of that out for a brain dance recorder.
I mean, if you want to spend
a better idea,
if you want to, I mean, it would cost you 500 if you wanted to install the sensor.
Boom! Sold. I'll take 2. Yeah.
Does that come with extra fur?
Yeah. Is there a way I can supersize it?
I mean, you can have a bit more fur if you want to cover a bit more of the denim. I mean, not all the denim.
God.
So some of the denim is still there, but
still got to look
cool.
cool.
God damn. Cool.
Don't you take away my Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears?
Oh no!
I will.
Double denim Terry.
I will be benevolent and say that you get a free brain dance viewer as well.
Okay.
A wreath, so you can just wear that.
It's a package.
Yeah, it's one of those special offers they've got.
Yeah.
Should I put a brain dance wreath as well then as a brain dance?
So you can.
Oh god, this is just going to become an episode of me watching things from a cat's point of view, isn't it?
I think that's great for you, actually.
I love this view. What are you doing, Cloud? Just Mavina, it's great. Terry stopped to lick himself. It's weird, but no, it's okay. That makes more sense. I hadn't looked at that because again, it wasn't.
No, it's not typically a robot thing. But do you know what? Screw it. Let's put it on a robot.
Do you know what? Screw it. Let's just. You just like Terry. You just want Terry to be useful.
Oh, this is all a big plot to kill Terry off in the most.
Terry's going to die, and I'm going to feel it. That's how this is
playing out.
Ow.
Cloud is too positive for Hedge. Cloud is happy. He got a chair.
How can people be happy in Night City? This isn't fair. I have
to up the stakes of this AP.
Yeah, I have to negatively affect Cloud's positive constitution.
building up the love of a close robot friend over the period of a month, and then murdering him the first chance he's out of the house. That's how we're
That's
up
how it
this
works.
thing. All right. He's also got a gun again. No, he hasn't. They do come with guns. So when he could have had a machine gun. I think it was a heavy machine gun, a heavy, very heavy pistol. And I was like, I don't feel
Very
like that's
funny.
very Terry.
So funny though.
Just flies backwards.
I was like, what do you mean? Like the back opens up and the gun rises up.
I don't know how. Well, because you have to be a ground drone or a spy. Like there were two options for him, and ground drone actually come as animals, so they are either snakes or they're something, or balls. One of them was just a ball.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I just choose that, and it was like you can pick two of the following, and it was like heavy machine gun. And I was like, I don't know. He runs in. It's just not very. Doesn't feel very Terry.
But no, you've got
Anyway.
this. Yeah, you've got this cache of data that Aether sent over.
Yes.
It's a starting point, but it's not a lot. Like, you know that the warehouse has two main areas. There's the larger physical warehouse, and then adjacent to the side is like, you don't know what's inside, but you know there's a lot of rooms there.
Okay.
The plans don't explicitly state what's inside, just these are the walls that were built when we built the place. There's a full perimeter wall. There's no kind of like side gates or anything like that, or bits where they forgot to build the wall. According to the building plans, it is a straight wall all the way around with two gates, one for north, one for south, that then lead into the compound and down towards the warehouse.
Interesting. I say what are your Odion? You're better at this, and Kat, you know more about the corporate world. What would you two suggest? Because Terry could do his thing, but we don't know where to start with this.
My usual is to go in big and loud, but I worry that we made too much of a scene.
Yeah, and they're not small things we're trying to get out of here. If we can try and get in quietly, we can make a loud exit if need be, but I think trying to get in, we're better.
Get in quiet, yes.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of she's looking through the one sec, sorry. She's looking through the details and stuff. Is there any kind of regular delivery slots? Maybe they have to go in and out.
So the plans themselves don't explicitly state like times. You'd probably have to go watch yourself. But it does stand to reason that this does have regular-ish deliveries. If you were going to use deduction, you would probably say that the northern side is a drop-off, and the southern side is longer-term vehicular storage. There's a lot more doors on the northern side, at least according to the plan. So you would imagine more trucks would be there offloading their stuff in and out, which also means probably more people.
Okay.
Yeah.
The plans do show, because this is a warehouse that was built for basic stratospheric aircraft transfers, there is a retractable roof on this warehouse.
Interesting.
If we're going to talk what type, think back to 77 sneaking onto the floats in the Arasaka warehouse that had the openable roof. It's a very similar concept. If you can find the control panel, you can open the entire warehouse roof. And then quite literally park your AV, not your AV, your stratospheric craft right on top of it. there's going to be an element of loud in this heist. There's like no two ways around it. Even with perfect stealth, the second you open the roof and drop a stratospheric aircraft, that's going to immediately arouse suspicion. So there's also thoughts of how do we protect the transport, because that thing can't fight. It can take a lot of damage, but it can't fight back. And how do you get away? How fast can Militech respond?
Could we put something on the transport to make it fight back, like a railgun that we recently acquired?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's no reason why you couldn't spend some of the week mounting the ginormous railgun onto the stratospheric aircraft.
I realise I might be giving Aether a spaceship that fires a railgun, but
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, it's not like we're going to be carrying it around with us. I'm happy to do that. I might have to roll for it.
We might as well, because I feel like if we end up in a scrap, it might be an issue.
Something that can blow up a truck would be amazing.
I mean, you've seen what that thing can do.
Yeah.
And that was mounted on a truck that had a mobile battery. Now imagine hooking it up to a plasma generator of stratospheric aircraft.
I think I've got the plan.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if Cloud can do it. He's, are you going to make me roll for it, or do you think he's got?
Oh no, you're going to have to roll for this one. This is advanced. I'm going to say if you want to do it, it's going to take a day to do the work. It will be air vehicle tech, not land vehicle tech, because this is an aircraft. Yeah, this is
not one of my best ones.
I'm not willing to let you take land vehicle tech to attach it to an aircraft. Even if the aircraft is massive and probably a vehicle in its own right.
That only makes it a +12, unfortunately.
I mean,
oh no, a 10.
It only makes it a +10. So like the highest you could get. I mean, if you critted, you'd it's not. I'll tell you this.
It's not going to be like an amazing roll.
It's difficult, so it's 15 or higher.
Oh, come on, right.
You can do it. You can do it.
I'm gonna.
Go on.
First of all, I have to show, because I was saying at Hedge, this is how I'm storing dice. This is what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
I've got these in a charity shop. They're very cool. They hold dice between plastic. Yeah, I mean, terrible for the environment, but it was £1. No an excuse. The dolphin died for it. That's what I was saying.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know which one. Probably they're mean. I watched a thing about how marine biologists hate dolphins. Now I've changed because I used to love dolphins. Don't Google that because it's awful to watch.
So you're saying you fell for the dolphin slander?
I might, yeah. There's definitely anti-dolphin propaganda out there,
you
being spread by killer whales.
Big whales, anti-dolphin propaganda. You fell for it.
Big shark, big shark.
Big shark.
Right, I'm gonna roll. This is the detail. So these dice I'm using now are they're like from my original D20 set. I never opened them. My original, like from back in the 90s. So this is from a second edition D&D set that never got opened, and then I found them. And they were still in their packet, so they're like pristine. So let's see come on, lucky white dice. I got 8.
Hey, 18.
Hey.
All right.
Yes, not so bad. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. It's not quite a crit, but it was all right.
Give me electronics as well.
Give me electronics as well.
Yeah, go on. Humor me. Humor
you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know how much my electronics is.
I know.
That was a 25.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. So mounting the gun takes some time. The biggest problem you've got here is mounting it in a way where it has a good enough firing angle. Where like it doesn't where it doesn't have to do a full 360 turn to fire again. That was the truck's big problem. was that
Yeah.
it had to be facing the target. But you're like, oh, I'm better than that. I'll put it on a rotating gyro, so it can just turn when it needs to turn without the transport having to do a turn.
Blimey.
That's a bit more complicated, but you do it.
Yeah.
I will say that on the electronics check, you successfully hook it up to the generator into the stratospheric transport. And you do it professionally.
Hey.
As always, we are the AV club.
So
The
the railgun is going to be upgraded to an excellent variant of the
a concealable, excellent railgun.
Bolt action.
It's a bolt action,
Bolt
foldable.
action.
Imagine.
Like, so what? Because this is a heavier, like, special weapon, the normal rules of the normal rules don't apply. What this will do instead is it will make the attack damage of this 30d6.
30d6.
This is now capable. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I don't think there is a vehicle in this game that could tank that if it took like 50% damage. I think even a Panzer would struggle if it took a direct attack. And it's
all right, folks.
It's also
I've made our
capable of
plan.
shattering the environment.
The planet.
I mean, not that,
Just made a Death Star.
A weapons departmental gear.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it
Just a
still
mega
needs
blaster.
to recharge between shots. So you can't make it fully auto or anything.
It's not a machine gun.
No, it does take time between
insane.
charges. But
You
yeah,
don't need to make it that easy.
no, you've now got essentially a flying insurance option.
Yeah.
If things are getting a bit tough.
So that was one day of his.
That's one
One
day of your
day.
week.
Jesus, one day. That's impressive.
Just for me though. That's just clout. Everyone else could be doing something else during that
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. If you like, if Odeon and
Did
Katz want to go and do something different for that first day,
I think Odin would want to probably go and like do some recon. Maybe even take Terry.
So Aether has given you a little bit of help in that she's given you the access card to another one of her apartments.
Another apartment. Damn.
She's got about, I think last time I attended she had about 7 or 8. This one's in the H super tower. And from here you have with the help of a scope or binoculars, you can actually see.
Yeah, I've set my sniper rifle.
Yeah, you can see the warehouse from here, so you can stake it out without having to go and sit outside it, which is a little bit suspicious. If you want to scout it out, give me either perception or tracking.
Okay, let's see which is better. Okay, or tracking. No. Okay, perception it is. That is 23.
23. You pretty much exhaust most of what you can gather from being this far away. Like, you are right, your suspicions are confirmed, there are regular deliveries. Deliveries always occur at 1/2 the hour. On the hour. There are very big security gates that come out of the road that are up at all times except during that delivery period where they get dropped. If you bring a vehicle before those like barriers go down, you have to park them outside and wait for the designated period for those gates to come down. What you can't tell is if that's automatic, as in there's a timer that kicks in, or whether someone has to press the button to raise or lower the gate.
So there are people in the vehicles. They get to the gate and somehow it opens for them. They're going through.
Yeah. At exactly 1:30 on the hour, that gate will come down. It stays
That's
down
all the way through, even to nighttime.
even to nighttime. It's a 24-hour delivery.
So I think in that case, we smash cut somehow to Odin talking to the other two. So I think in that case, the best thing we have to do is maybe take over one of these delivery trucks at night when it's hard to spot us. And then once we get to the gate, figure our way out from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a smart plan.
Solid plan.
If
Solid
it's
plan.
computerized, then Cloud, you can probably hack it. And if it's a person, then Cat, you can deal with that.
I'll just bully them, yeah.
I'm not.
You're very good at it.
I'm not very good with
Thank you.
computers. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, I just assumed, from the whole.
The electronic-y thing. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. No.
Not so much I'm not a hacky world of. I've not got one of them, but no, I'm more of a ratchet kind of guy. I don't know why it required a sound effect.
Could we hire? I know you've already hired the guy, but we can't hire a netrunner.
Cat knows someone.
Yeah, I was going to say, Cat. No, I mean, to be fair, Cat and Cloud technically both know someone, but Cat knows them more. You do know of a netrunner.
We do.
Who you could hire.
Yeah, we could reach out and see if they would be willing to come.
Are you guys on good terms? Is everything cool?
Well, we are
Okay.
on terms.
So no mates rates or anything.
Well, probably not. No.
Okay. Well,
I think mates rates is not being shot in the face.
Yeah.
That's...
Wow, this was really bad for you, Hackad.
Well, one of their crew died, and then they got really aggy about it. But
that'll get you.
I love
kind of a skill issue, if you ask me. But that's fine.
Cat using the word aggy is amazing. Because Cat used that in the boardroom. Don't get aggy about it.
It's like, stop it. You're being really aggy, and it's embarrassing for everyone.
That's brilliant. I'd love Scottish cyberpunk. It would be so different.
Scottish cyberpunk.
Yeah, it's exactly like this.
Yeah, it would be brilliant. It would be. Don't get aggy about it.
Tune.
Oh god.
Never change, Cat.
You can contact T-Bone. You don't get mates rates.
No.
If you want him to join you, his minimum fee is 10,000.
Wow.
And you realise he's a little bit more corporate or corpo than he lets on, because not only is there, the £10,000 eddies, like payment for the job. There's a list of extras.
Corporate shell.
Yeah.
He's got a rider.
There's take extra bullets or take additional weapons, or like that 10,000 pays for 5 complex hacks. If you have to do 6, that's an additional cost on top.
Do we need a netrunner this bad? This seems really
I
irritating.
think that's only really for the gate. That's the main thing. Perhaps not that badly. I suppose we could just. There's probably other ways in.
We've got a railgun. That is.
That's one way in, exactly. There you go.
I mean, if the gate's open, the alarm's going off, isn't it?
I see the gate. I have a railgun. I no longer see the gate.
Yeah, that's just sort of how it goes.
We can have a good time just getting through the gate, or we can have a good time taking out the gate. Either way, the gate is no longer a factor.
Yeah,
exactly.
I love the way that 10,000 is so expensive that we're just willing to.
We're like,
just
no, we'll take this
straight up
hard
declare
for
war.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Like again,
10K wasn't bad. It was all the extra little bits.
It was the extra
you know
bits,
what?
yeah.
Never mind.
like Cat, you get the impression that they're kind of enjoying being a bit of a C word about this.
Yeah.
Like there's an element of, oh, now you need me. Well, if you know.
Yeah, I think kind of really tempted to turn, like, she won't send it yet, she'll clarify stuff for us, but she is very tempted to be like, actually, no, we don't, we were just going to throw you a bone, but it's fine.
Oh, do it.
We've heard it was rent week. Some of us don't need to pay that, but you do.
Yeah, slightly less aggressive than that, but she might just be like, well, no, we just thought that maybe you would need a job, but
go on, give me persuasion then.
Oh yeah.
The old
bullying, the old bullying.
I love to bully. It's my
Cat
favorite
last
thing
time.
to do.
Cat smashed this against T-Bone.
Yeah, you did actually.
Let me see. What am I doing? Persuasion?
Yep.
Persuasion.
I'm once again forgetting math. 25.
T-Bone.
What are you going to crit today, Odeon?
Oh no, that was a 9. That wasn't a crit.
Cat's just designed to do this to people.
Yeah, like Cat has one job, and it's to bully people into dropping their prices.
Yeah.
Like, you send this like veiled insult of, well, we thought you wanted to pay rent this month. Oh well. And like before you go to hang up, there's like the messenger dots go off, with just the word wait.
Oh, that's so sad.
What was that?
They're sticking to their they're sticking to their 10,000 feet. That is non-negotiable.
Okay.
But they will drop the absurd charges. You get him for 24 hours for the full 10,000, and then after that, you part ways.
Well, it depends.
I
Are we
will
all
say
willing to chip in, or?
So you don't have to pay him up front.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
This is 10k.
I don't even know this guy, so
it's 10k out of the proceedings of the robbery. And worst case, Aether probably has no issue, like paying, like covering the fee anyway. If you
all right,
would struggle. If you deem T-Bone a required asset.
Required is strong, but it would be nice to have.
With security stuff going on, having a netrunner would be just a useful asset.
What I will say, because I'm gonna make Cat roll for it, because this is Cat's like natural domain. It feels weird to make you roll for this. Being a corpo and a businesswoman, you totally could just get Aether to cover your expenses and then not recoup them back in the heist. So it's free money.
If I keep receipts and I send them along, she can cover the expenses. So long as I keep track of our spending.
Yeah, you know. Aether was very generous with it. Maybe a bit too generous, but... Yeah, you can use T-Bone as a write-off.
All right. Yeah, we can do it as a write-off.
Like a Coke.
You turn it to his face. You're a write-off, T-Bone.
Yeah.
You're literally a tax liability that we're writing off.
Yes.
You're an expense. Out of petty cash.
And then you've just got Luna and Saint there being like, well, she could be worse to us.
I'm very nice to Luna.
You are very nice to Luna.
Happy birthday, Luna.
Happy birthday every day, just in case. I don't know what day it is.
That's good. That's very good.
There's a micro pocket somewhere on Cat with a pre-done birthday card, just in case.
Just for any day. Just like, Luna looks sad today.
I will say this about the Cyberpunk system. I will say this about the Cyberpunk system that I do like. The fact that you can make players panic about someone's birthday by just putting it in the book, saying that there are negative consequences for forgetting this. Ignore being a good friend, because a good friend would know their birthday. No, if you make mechanical consequence to something, suddenly
I do like that though. That is funny.
Like,
something causes you to treat them more like people than just NPCs.
Yeah, like I'm just there going, do I just tell everyone in my real life that if you forget my birthday, you take -3 loyalty, and everyone will just start like always carrying
how that works.
cards? It's like, is that how I get people to
A
remember my
pre-written
birthday?
birthday card.
Cat needs a subdermal pocket with a credit chip with 100 eddies on. Happy birthday!
It's just what you wanted, a bonus.
I remembered.
If I just give her a bonus every single day, then on the day that it is her birthday, I could be like, happy birthday. That's what that was for today. Don't worry about the other days.
In your name. And...
I've actually been playing the stock market on your name, and now you have all this money. You're
ever heard
300,000 GameStop stock. And you now own Night City.
Have you ever heard of this thing called compound interest?
Yeah.
But no, like you can see like the going ins and outs of these trucks. From up here, you can get a rough idea of the security layout. Each of those gates on both the north and south side are flanked by 2 towers with bunkers on the top, which give them very good views of the lots outside either side. They're not quite sniper towers. They're a bit more built up, so their view's a little bit restricted compared to having a flat platform up there. But there's things like spotlights on there. There's things like sensors. You can't quite make it out. There might be turrets. Or something that is embedded into the walls. But from this distance, it's a bit too tricky to work out, even during the day. Those panels where you think there could be turrets, when you see one of them, you start seeing them kind of all over the place. Like, anytime there's a corner, like, there's one of them there.
Okay.
And, like, you start to kind of lose count after a while. As you kind of look around. None of them are active. If they are turrets, they could just be vents. But if they are turrets, none of them ever become active.
Okay.
Security personnel outside is lighter than you would think it would be. You'd expect it to be quite heavy. The reason it's not heavy is they've automated most of the process. Your favorite,
that's useful then.
Your favorite dronies are around in bulk. They do most of the surveillance work, and as Odin has probably worked out by that response, these have predictable patterns. They move in the same patrol at the same time over and over again. The one thing that would potentially trip you up is that they've got bipedal mechs here.
Okay.
They have got 3 of them. 2 at the front, 1 at the back. They don't have sensor suites on like the smaller flying ones do. Because they are not designed to find you. They are designed to kill you when something else finds you. So as long as you don't trigger anything else, you'd be okay. You also know that if you could get T-Bone to any kind of data jack within the general network, it is plausible that he could hack all of these drones or do something to them. Like, these drones have very specific orders and very specific like perimeter fences that they have to obey to. It's also entirely plausible to bypass drones. If the drones think you're friendly, they won't fire.
Nice.
Even if everyone else is firing at you. If the drones think you're friendly,
Okay, interesting.
there's numerous ways you can do that. T-bone is a way of doing it. You could change the friend-foe recognition on some of them so that they start seeing, Militech as enemies and you as friends. The most common way of identifying friend and foe via drones is via access cards. Like, they'll RFID tags that you have, and drones will sense them. If they sense one, they don't open fire.
Is there a way to get T-Bone to tell us then if the gate is automated or run by a person?
If you want to take T-Bone down there to have a scout out in person, you can bring T-Bone for a scouting mission. He'll have no
Yeah, I
issue
figured
doing that.
let's get all the information we can while we can, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
go for that. I'm going to step away real quick and
Yep.
take a little bathroom break, and I'll
That's
be back.
fine. I'm going to roll for T-Bone quickly to see what... Because he adds a fair bit to his... Okay. That's 24. So...
T-Bone.
I'm not going to make him do the whole bloody cyber deck run. I'll be playing cards against myself. So... The gate is automated. It's designed to go down at 30 minutes past every hour. It stays down for 15 minutes, and then at 45, automatically raises again. There are sensors either side of the gate to look for obstructions. If there's something obstructing the gate, it won't raise. Because obviously you don't want it to raise if there's something above it that's important.
No.
So as a safety precaution, it will not raise if there's something blocking it from doing so. Those plates are indeed turrets. T-Bone can affect most of the drones and turrets outside in the outer area from an external data jack, if you can find one.
Right.
You won't be able to affect anything on the inside. That's a separate network. They're two separate networks for security purposes. You'd have to get T-Bone inside.
That's just for getaway, so that's okay.
Your T-Bone kind of says that if he was a betting man at where you'd find a terminal, the bunker towers are a surefire bet to find a data jack. But it would mean having to go into one of those towers and basically climb your way up, and then deal with whoever's up there. But you would find a data jack. You could turn off the drones from there. You could shut down the turrets. You could cause all kinds of mayhem.
Yeah.
If you needed to.
We will need to.
Yeah.
But yeah, those gates are automatic. Mostly because all the trucks seem to take 45 minutes.
Terry can push buttons, right?
Terry could push buttons with their tail.
He's got hands.
But no. Yeah, it's got paws. It can press buttons. Yeah, Terry can interact. You can get in there. The only thing that T-Bone discovers while prodding the network remotely and using their cyber deck, there's what looks like a large lifting crane in the middle of the warehouse. It's got a big electronic signature when they use their cyber deck. They can't connect to it. It's part of the internal network, but they can physically see it in cyberspace. It's located pretty much slap bang in the middle of this warehouse.
So they know where it will be. I said
Okay.
so they know where it'll be, and the caption said Saturday night.
That's not what you said. Is there anything else you'd like T-Bone to look at while he's around?
I think that's everything I wanted. Is there anything that they wanted people to check out while they're around?
Can he put like timed hacks in stuff that will time demons that will?
You'd have to get him to a data jack.
I'll be right back, guys.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd have to get him to a jack somewhere. That would mean him having to go inside somehow. You can do that. If you really want to send T-Bone in early to try and infiltrate the place, you can. I will warn you, his stealth rolls are not great. And as a net runner, he is not combat equipped. He has to wear a cyber running suit to keep himself cool. While net running, it is not very well armored.
What do you mean he's not an all-rounder that's just great at everything? What's the point of T-Bone if he's the... Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
No, T-Bone has an armor. It has the lowest armor rating out of all of you. That includes Cat.
What is your armor rating, Cat?
I get corporate light armor jack.
What is that?
Like armor
I think
plate.
It's an 11.
Because mine's only 12.
Mine's 11.
Yeah, his is 10.
Yeah.
What I'm going to say is, this is a really good point. First, take a quick break. As Hedge now needs the toilet.
And it's just us here.
Yes.
Staring.
Yeah, staring at the camera. So we'll take a quick break. Refill bottles, because I also need to refill my bottle as well. We'll be back in 10 minutes or so. 5-10 minutes. And while we're gone, I will leave you three to ponder if you want to send T-Bone in. Let's see if he can find a data track for you.
Get murdered.
Until then, we'll see you in a minute. Bye, Lizzie, bye.
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 Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you had a good break. I know I have. Let's jump straight back in. So we've agreed that we're not going to send T-Bone to his death to go and find a way into places
I'd say
like
that. I
Demon
just
yet.
not inside.
Not inside.
Not here.
Yeah. Yeah, like this place is a fortress. He'd have to sneak past the gate when it's open. Which, I mean,
We're not going to do it.
yeah,
We're not doing it.
he's good. He ain't that good.
That's not
Yeah,
his job.
that's fine. He's not going inside anyway, so it's okay.
Not his job.
We'll stick to the sticking outside tower.
Yeah, so you're looking around. You've made notes of all the towers, where you think all the turrets are. You know about the gate and the timer. You know that the trucks have no way of opening the gate. It's all done on a timer. If the gates are obstructed, they don't raise back up. There's nothing else you can discern now without entering the compound, or getting something inside. At this point,
I mean, we could get something inside if that was what we needed to do, but I think that we could, if we want to go ahead and do it today.
Yeah, I mean,
can.
do you want? Is there something you want to do like beforehand?
I could get Terry to go and have a look around.
Yeah, we could just like
inside.
keep an eye out, and then Terry goes and does the job. We'll guard you while you have
we
Terry
just need
do
to be
the
a
thing.
little bit close, but he could go in under a truck. Like,
yeah,
he can stick to the bottom of the truck. That's
Yeah.
He's got feet.
He's got feet. That's the important part.
Yeah.
I mean, if we like, not even joking, he's just
Terry,
stick to
he's
the
got
bottom.
feet.
he's got
Terry,
feet.
he's got feet.
Yeah, okay. If
And
you're
then he could just send back when he comes back. He can bring information if our GM does not kill him immediately on his first mission.
It's
Would-
been so foreshadowed, and I'd be weird if it
would,
doesn't happen.
would I ever kill a robot that's like a cat? Look, if Netflix has taught me anything,
Specific.
you don't kill cats on the internet. So,
Yeah.
the fact you made the drone a cat is probably the best thing you could have done.
If he
prevent me
dies, he
from doing it.
also cries out your name.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so we're going to deploy Terry. We're going to try and get him under a truck,
Under a truck.
past the gates, and then
Yeah.
what is it you specifically want Terry to do?
So, actually, it's actually quite easy what I want Terry to do.
Mhm.
Terry wants to stay under a truck and go into the compound on the truck
Mm-hmm.
and back out again when the truck comes out, so that he can look around from. He doesn't need a full there. He just needs. I don't need him to wander around inside. We just want to have some kind of idea of the layout. The trucks go inside, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's quite simple. Terry latches onto the back of the truck, under the truck, goes through the gate. That's not a problem. Let me do their electronics for the
I'm like,
gate.
like to get him.
That's how you make it work. It's good.
Yeah.
No.
That's his passcode.
So he goes in at half past with all the other trucks. Quarter to, gates come back up. It takes another 45 minutes. And then the trucks come back out as the gate goes down. Terry latches off and comes back to you. Using the Dreamies command. Now, the recording you get back, kind of, unfortunately, because Terry didn't detach and go sniffing around, kind of reaffirms what Odeon knew. So these trucks go in, they go through the gate, they go down a road, and they reach, there's a series of docking bays, 1 to 6. They pick a bay, they reverse into it, the doors at the back open, and they sit outside as they get loaded in and out.
Are we hearing any voices at least, though?
You can hear
Yeah.
voices, yeah. You can hear people milling around. You can hear at least 8 to 9 separate voices during this 5-minute period. You can't hear full conversations because they're like at a distance. You can make out that they're talking about how one of the operators got fired and stormed out, but stormed out before they could hand over their card and their IDs. You hear about how the crane has stopped taking commands from the foreman's desk at the top. It now has to be manually activated alongside the roof panel.
So much juicy drama here.
On the upper gangplank. And then there's just general nonsense about kibble and rent and why do I have to live in a cargo container. It's like listening to multiple clouds just over and over again, just more depressed.
He's excited.
Wow.
But yeah, like the two main takeaways is someone has an access card and is no longer in that compound or working for Militech, and the crane where you would normally go to activate the crane, you can't anymore. You've got to go to the roof access panel to activate the crane.
Kat, do you know how to get the name and contact details of a person who may have recently been fired from this Militech site?
I mean, I imagine there's probably like employment histories I could look up if I had the time.
Yeah,
I wanted
you
to go
can.
snooping. You
can spend your time snooping. I mean, you have a corporate espionage department, just like any other Night City Corp, who probably have their finger on the pulse on most corps in Night City. So it's not within the realm of possibility that you could find out.
Yep.
Give me either business or bureaucracy.
Alrighty. Let me see what I've got. If I remember rightly, those stats were the same for me. But
It's business time. Stop. Business time.
And 23.
We don't roll small here
No.
at the AV
No.
Club.
That's business time.
That's business time. That's just good business.
That's just good business.
So it takes a while because Militech fires a lot of people.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
isolating who it could be, you have to go through, like, you and Luna and Sane and several other people in your lovely corp begin the process of narrowing down potential candidates. There's only so much you can do in an office with a terminal. So you have to start spending half a day manually chasing down these leads.
Annoying.
Is it you? Is it you? Could it be you?
Hi, have you been fired lately?
Yeah, like it's
Calling people in for interviews and then being like, "Thank you very much for your time. You will not hear from us again."
yeah. You eventually narrow it
That is
down.
harsh.
It's cold.
It's the cat way.
It is.
Cat should really write a book called How to Do Business with Cat.
Yeah. I think she would do really well.
Rule 1, be a dick.
Yeah.
Rule 2, bully
always-
people.
Yeah. That's always the rules in business.
You narrow it down to a man called Charlie, who lives in Mega Tower Block G.
Okay.
Who's Watson born and raised. And you have his apartment number. If you would like to go pay him a visit.
We should absolutely pay this guy a visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
In a really nice, polite way where 3 heavily armed people turn up and ask you questions.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
And some eddies.
So are you bringing Luna to drive you there?
Yes,
Are we rolling out in the Corp automobile?
Well, I don't like the way you said that.
I mean, it's
Why are you
probably
making
That's
everything so
giving Catherine
threatening?
it's probably had like the dents taken out of it at this point. Like corporate probably were like, we can't keep letting you have the bullet holes in it. They've got to come out at some point, and we need to repaint it.
Yes,
So-
we'll take the car.
It's had a minor upgrade. Like the windows have been
Yeah.
tinted.
Well, that's nice. Yeah, Luna can drive us over.
Are you taking Saint? Has Saint finished the mandatory 48-hour HR induction
Onboarding
course?
process.
The onboarding.
Well, I feel like, do I want to come in like swinging with a big beefy bodyguard?
What's that? We should come into with a big beefy boy. I agree, actually.
Odeon's free suddenly.
Yeah, only the peers in frame.
Like, does that send the message I want to send? Probably not. However, I don't want to go without someone who's willing to take a shot for me. So yes, Saint can come.
Because at this point, all of you getting into this car now, Pat's used to having space in her own car.
Yeah,
you
normally
don't
she would have like 2 employees up front and she would lounge in the
Yeah,
back.
no,
She
you
has no
can't. You
space.
can't do that now because you've now got Luna driving. You've got you at the
Yeah.
back. You've now got Cloud and Odeon trying
No.
to get into the car.
I'm in my workshop. I'm
you're,
working on something.
You're working on something. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so I have a space.
You have one. You have the middle seat. Okay, the middle seat's not being
Yeah.
used.
When Cloud is with us, Cloud gets put in the middle seat.
He doesn't care. He just likes sitting. It's nice to be in a car.
Much to the chagrin of Pat, who's like, can't he sit on one of your laps?
Yeah, I don't want him here. Yes, okay, so
It
Luna
doesn't
and
smell
Saint
faintly.
up front, and
Okay.
then Cat in the back with Odeon, if Odeon is coming.
Yeah, Odeon heard you and bring things along. Was like,
Yeah.
you know, I could use a break. I can come along.
Yeah,
And
sure.
she's definitely in the car.
So what does Saint
Sitting
look
like
like?
at the diagonal so you can look at Saint.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, what does Odeon look like? What does thing look
Same.
like?
Saint is a little. So Luna is tall. Luna is like 6 foot. Saint is taller again. So like maybe 6'3", bulky built, broad in the shoulders. Has like a very like close cropped haircut, like almost like a sort of dark like midnight blue.
Okay.
And a couple of like little scars dotted across their face, clear, like a little bit rugged. Yeah, they're beefy.
Beefy.
The beefy.
Defining trait, beefy.
Defining trait.
I don't think.
Muscle.
Yeah, Odeon hasn't talked to this guy, but she has like made sure she's pressed uncomfortably close to Cat so she can sit like at an angle. She can like lean and check.
Do you want to sit on this side so you can look?
No,
Is
no,
that
no, it's
okay?
fine. I get. If you
Fine.
just lean a little bit, so you look like you're talking to me, but don't talk to me.
Okay.
Same beefy.
Cat like
Where'd
leaning
you find this
forward
guy again?
on their agent. We recruited. That's how we hire people.
Wow.
So
Yes, you do.
Saint is a full-blown solo. Like has been since to the teenager. Like they've
God damn.
they haven't really known anything else. And going corporate is kind of like the a bit like Luna, it's the selling out bit, but it's the I need the consistent salary. Like being a solo pays, but it doesn't pay every week.
Yeah.
And going corporate and wearing corporate uniform, like keeps me in my cargo container.
Hey, this goes really well usually, and we get good bonuses. You might be able to upgrade.
A double
Are
container.
you talking to yourself in the mirror? Is that Kate?
She's not giving anyone a pep talk. She's just
Oh, this
telling
really
herself.
To
well.
herself.
Really well.
You can upgrade to an even freer apartment. They pay you to live there.
Yeah,
Listen,
like
I eat only fresh food now. I eat actual food.
Oh my god.
you arrive at Mega Tower G. Saint gets out first, opens the door for you and Odeon to come out. Luna is going to stay behind and guard the car.
Smart move. Thank you, Luna. I appreciate it.
And Saint is more than happy to stay here with the car or go up with you.
Luna is very competent and does good work. I think Luna can manage the car if you would like to come with us, Saint. I don't know what the situation is going to be.
He simply nods. Doesn't
that seems right.
Doesn't say a word, just nods. It's not a very high up apartment.
No.
It's only like floor 9. And I say that's not very high when these things got like floor 70 or 80. You know, 9 is still like slums. In like a darkened corridor, which the like neon strip lights died ages ago and haven't been replaced. Because good luck getting hold of building management at this floor. You see Spike. What is Spike? Spike the beefcake dog. No.
What?
And my brain just went off on one. I was thinking of Terry and Saint at the same time, and my brain just went Spike. He's a good boy.
Right, okay, yeah.
Everyone's sexy in this.
Saint like procures a flashlight to like help you navigate. And you find the door. Floor 9, apartment 912.
Okay.
And this is Charlie's apartment.
Cat will knock on it. Cat knocks like she's a cop. Like it's the proper like.
It's the thud.
Dunk.
Yeah. She has a real cop knock.
You do your boom 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 noise. Knock.
Yeah.
There is no response.
Well, it's not that they've not heard me, because everyone hears me when I knock on doors.
We could just, if he doesn't answer, we could just, and I make like a little nudge at the door while looking at Saint.
I will like thunk it one more time to make sure that he's not going to come to the door.
Yes, we want to hit it hard enough so we can definitely hear inside. The door might break, which would be an unfortunate side effect.
Thankfully, on the second knock, you hear shuffling behind the door, and the door opens. The fact that you hear the shuffling and then the door opens suggests that he was behind the door the entire time. And was trying to make sure who it was on the other side before opening it. The suggestion of it would be a shame if the door wasn't there anymore kind of prompted him to open the door.
Works every time.
He likes his door. In front of you, it is kind of like what I can only describe as kind of a blonde-haired surfer dude,
Nice.
wearing like very old overalls, looking a little bit depressed. Like, who, like, what have I done? Do I owe people something?
Oh, no, you've not done anything. We were just. You worked for Militech. Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Although I'm not supposed to say that I did, but yes.
What happened there?
Just an accident involving crates and, you know, dropping them. People don't like it when you drop like crates of Panzer parts on your supervisor's foot.
Ooh, not ideal. Did you break things? Is that why they fired you?
Something about, you know, me not being reliable and always breaking things and being a... What was the word they used? It's a long word. Liability was the word they called it.
Yes, that's certainly a long word, yes.
I got very angry and I stormed off.
Mm-hmm.
Just like got in my car and drove off. Thankfully the gates were down, otherwise I'd have gone straight into the gate.
Well, no, that wouldn't have been ideal. You should have probably stopped for the gate.
Wait, what do you want to know about the gate?
Well, generally speaking, you shouldn't drive cars into gates. That's sort of...
Okay. Then...
Well, I have to presume it's not automated, otherwise you wouldn't have worried about it.
What are you doing here anyway? You're still, you're still being sneaky. That's the one. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh. Did you hear my knock? I don't think I'm particularly sneaky.
No, you're being sneaky with your intent.
Listen, kid, how would you like making a little money? I mean, with your gig job, you're going to be in a nice place, but you'd hate to lose it, right?
And I'll just... Yes, money would be nice, I guess.
Yeah, I get it. I've been there. How about this? We'd like to take some old Militech stuff off your hands. My friend here's got a good deal for you.
I mean, handing over Militech stuff is nice, but it could put me in a lot of trouble. What Militech things do you want? You see that he steps back away from the door and runs over to their wardrobe, and
as he steps back, I step forward, like immediately.
Yeah, like he runs into the actual apartment proper, kind of like letting you walk in. Runs over to the wardrobe, opens the doors. Inside this wardrobe are not clothes. There's a lot of stolen Militech equipment in here.
Oh, okay. Kat, this is all you. I'm gonna take a quick look. You tell him what you want. I stare at some John.
Well, you're not going to be able to offload this without gaining some suspicion along the way.
I'm trying to find a fixer, but they're not replying back to me.
Yes, fixers are notoriously difficult and also will take quite a sizable cut. We would be willing to take all of this off your hands and get rid of it for you.
What?
How much?
Let's see. Do I get a sense of
Give me
what's in here? What's the score?
Give me a business check to see if you can work out the net worth.
Well, you know what I'm thinking? If we just do it by like, look, hey, we'll sell this stuff, but we'll be your fencers, then we'll just pay your car afterwards. Like, this guy doesn't know
but-
how criminal worlds work, right? We're criminals.
Oh yeah, but
kinda.
I will give him a.
But this is
An
this is
idea
the cat methodology though. It's you're gonna pay us to take your stock.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. As long as we get that Militech pass card, let's get all the other stuff.
23?
23?
22. I can't
22?
count.
That's fine. Like it's higher than 20. There's about so the thing is, some of this stuff is difficult to appraise because some of it is experimental.
Ooh. Well, that's for
Um,
us.
So I am gonna roll a. Actually, no. Someone roll me a D100.
Oh, can I look? I have a really
You have
big
a one. Yeah, do your
roll the
big.
big one.
Can
Roll
I
a
use the
giant big
really
100.
big one? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, wait, I need to. It's too big. I need
So,
something to roll it in. Hang on.
Before you roll it,
Yeah.
Pam, high or low?
Ooh,
Oh god.
hi.
High.
Hi. I've got a big. Like, you can't see. I've got a big box out here.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Look at it. This is my die. This is the biggest dice tray I own.
Unnecessarily large.
I've never heard that before in my whole
No.
life. No one has ever said that to me. The complete opposite. I have got a. What is that number? 64. It's not a funny number, but it could have been.
Oh,
It was close. It's close to being
look,
funny, which is
It's a big number and it's near the
Drives my
middle.
whole career.
I will let me
64.
let me see what.
it was close. It's
close.
Okay. So there's a couple of things in here, that like. So smart guns are starting to become a thing, and like a lot of the implants required to operate them are still being actively developed. There's a full set of smart links.
Interesting.
In here, along with a couple of Militech experimental smart rifles. To give you a mechanical idea for this, because we're going to break the game a little bit, and I love it. If you install the smart link as cyberware for yourself, the person holding it, you can use smart bullets with this gun that will ignore cover. Cover won't count if you shoot them, because it will just go over the cover and hit them.
Odin is 100% like trying to subtly look at Saint and be like, "Holy shit!"
Saint doesn't react to start with, but like after the third or fourth attempt, there's kind of like nodding, like acknowledging like the hardware in there.
Yeah, so, you know who would? Okay, so if this was a movie, who's playing Saint?
Oh, I don't know. I hadn't gotten that.
He's your boy.
Yeah,
Who you
come
thinking?
on. Because I'm bad with
I know,
moving
I hadn't-
people, so
Yeah.
I can pick
Because in my
someone.
mind, it's like Odin's being really excited. Saint just like does one eyebrow raise, which is enough for him to be like, "Whoa, nice."
And leave it with me. I will have an answer for you by the end of this
Alright.
session. I will think about
John
that.
Leguizamo.
What, the Mario Bros version?
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
It's
great.
Kevin Hart because he's in everything at the moment for no reason.
Oh Jesus, no!
In unnecessary places.
Wait, hold on. I've been silly. I've got an answer. It's Winston Duke.
Oh, Winston Duke. I don't even know who
I
Winston
gotta look
Duke
him up
is.
real quick. Winston
Look,
Duke.
we're all going to Google. Winston Duke.
Oh shit! Okay, absolutely. What's up, Winston Duke? How are you doing?
Oh, that's where I know.
So yeah, you'll know Winston Duke as mostly from Black Panther. He was the Jabari
Yeah.
King? Yeah.
He's also an
So-
Us. He
He's
was
also
great in
what?
Us. And Us, the Jordan
Oh yeah, he was
Peele
great in
film.
that as well. Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
I thought you
Yeah,
said he was an
so-
ass. He's also an
I thought she
ass.
said I should say ass. Yeah.
I was
He's
like,
also a
what,
great
how,
ass.
how do you know
That's the
Winston?
accent.
And how do you know he's an ass? What's he done to you?
Excuse me.
I know. Yes, that's the vibe for Saint.
Okay.
That's cool.
Awesome.
That's cool.
There's another thing in here So, first of all, there's no card
Okay.
in this. Like, you get the impression maybe he keeps the card on him rather than has it in the set. There is, however, a Panzer activation key.
Free.
And a shard that contains the instructions on how to assemble one from an assembly kit.
Interesting.
Aside from that, it's just your standard mill of guns and the like.
Yeah.
Just your standard guns.
Standard
Yeah,
guns.
we're going by the video game again. We found like 3 reds,
Yeah,
2 whites, and a couple of blues. I'm like, all right, well, that's okay in the system.
that's worse than
But the
like,
reds,
yeah, like the standard guns alone are probably worth about 3,000 market value.
Cool.
You very quickly get the impression that good old Charlie doesn't know what they're worth.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Kat will like kind of take a like do the thing where like she's pretending to appraise it really hard as if she knows what she's talking about. Like she knows enough, but she's like,
Yeah.
yeah, interesting. And then we'll kind of turn around and go, okay, so I would be willing to give you an advance right now for this. We will
Mhm.
take it with us. We'll fence it. We'll cut you in on it. Depending on the profit and how difficult they are to shift. Some of this will be easier than others to settle on. Just the nature of how it is, unfortunately. We also heard talk that you might have left taken your card with you, your access card. What's going on there?
You see that he like takes it out of his like top pocket, and it's just like, oh, you mean this piece of shit? I don't know why. I don't know why I kept it. I was gonna throw it against the wall, and be like, fuck you. Why do you want my access card? Oh wait.
Oh. Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna level with you right now, but I need to know that you'll be discreet about this. Can you promise that?
I can do that. I can be discreet.
Right. So, I'm from another corporation. I'm not telling you which one. And we're just trying to undercut Militech a little, and quite frankly, they keep records there that I would like to have. Something like this would let one of our netrunners just get in and get some of that information.
Roll me persuasion.
I love when Kat just lies. Just truly will say anything for anything. Persuasion. Nope, that's perception. I can't read. 22.
He doesn't say anything for a moment, and then like leans in away from like Odeon and Saint. Is like, are you one of those Arasaka people? Like with the katanas and the bikes and like the whoosh.
Well, hey, you can't say it that
Oh my
way.
God,
We're
he's a
not meant to
nerd.
be here.
And I've always wanted one of their katanas.
Well, if you do this for us, we can see what we can do. I can't make any promises. They're pretty locked up. But with all of this, that card, I'll give you an advance and I'll see about getting my hands on one of those katanas for you.
He doesn't even stop to think about it. He just hands the card over. And it's like, just take it all. That way, if the police ever come, they don't know that I had it. It's plausible.
No, they won't.
Plausible. My lawyer used to say plausible deniability.
That's exactly what this is. And she's just going to be like, okay, and I'll give you an advance. And she'll kind of look around and be like, I mean, what's the rent on this place a month? Like, 2,000 eddies cover your rent this month?
You see his eyes kind of like light up like a Christmas tree. That'll do me like a month and a half, maybe even 2 if I stretch it.
Great. Well, you know what? You don't have to stretch it. We'll cover you for 2 months. And we'll put the amount in a card and just drop it towards and be like, there you go. If we sell it for a good profit, I'll give you a good cut as well, so you don't have to struggle.
Okay, I'll stay here.
That's a
and
good
wait.
plan. Yeah, and Cat will go and lift like some of the smaller things. They'd be like, Saint, would you be able
Oh yeah,
to
don't worry.
lift
Like
heavier
literally, like
things?"
Odin and Satan got armfuls of this stuff.
Just
Already packed that shit
Odion
up.
just goes straight for the smart rifle.
Yeah. When Odin heard you make a deal, she went, "Okay, let's get the shit out of here."
Cloud might need a smart rifle as well.
Yeah, he's got like a bunch for him. Let's get all this stuff out. Let's go.
One that's shiny.
Cat will hustle everyone out and be like, well,
Yeah.
it's been wonderful doing business with you. I'll follow up when we've managed to get this stuff moved, and if I can get your little katana for you. Remember, that's our secret. It just is gotta go.
Yeah, mum's the word.
Sure
I heard
is.
nothing. Yeah, you close the door on apartment 912 and kind of just run the swag back to the car.
Yes, I'm okay, out we go, quicker than this.
There's this look of confusion on Luna's face as you're all running down the stairs of this mega tower towards the car. It's like, I thought you went to get a card and you've come back with a mobile armory.
Well, I have the card, but apparently he took much more than that, so I figured we'd just have that too.
Just absolutely jamming it in the boot. I send a photo to Cloud.
Ooh, they're pretty.
Cat's climbing back in the car, also I told him I was from Arasaka, so that's gonna be fun.
And that's how the 5th Corporate War started.
Right.
And I'm like, I did nothing. Not my fault people can't tell when I'm lying.
Yeah,
That's on
so
them.
between now and the next episode, someone can install the smart link on them.
Oh yes.
Which will let them use the smart. What it will do is it'll upgrade any assault rifle to smart.
Nice.
So any cover bonuses are now negated, even full cover. Assuming that bullets can get round them. You can't shoot through walls. You shoot round them, but not through them. They're not that good.
I'll just push gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the shotgun's
Got
for.
more guns. Yeah.
I will say that if you give the gun to Cloud, or one of the smart guns to Cloud, Cloud might be able to figure out how to reverse engineer the smart link and apply it to other guns. Only Odion would be able to use them because Odion's got the smart hands. But in theory, you could have a smart shotgun.
Shit.
Smart
Okay.
railgun it is.
Smart railgun, yep.
Yeah, I'll do that, but not this time. I
No.
have something planned.
That's Odion being like, yeah, I got a smart railgun. Just watch as the huge railgun just turns around a corner.
Yeah, for sure. I think Odin's becoming the way you get in the game after a while, where you have so many weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it's gonna be like Dark Side's I-beams,
Yeah, just insane amount of power on this. That's why it's funny that she's a petite girl
Yeah.
with an old lady voice.
Yeah, so you
that.
can if you want to pawn off anything you don't want to keep, that's just a flat plus 4,000 during the week.
Beautiful.
Outside of the experimental tech and the Panzer, I'm assuming you're not going to sell a Panzer key.
What?
No, we need that.
For the
Have we got a
Panzer?
Panzer? Yeah, where'd we get a Panzer?
So yeah, inside the weapons boxes, one of them contained a Panzer key and the manual on a shard. A
Oh,
manual.
put it
It's like a
together.
manual. We've got a key as well.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you keep 4 of the boxes, you'll actually have the manual to construct it, which means Cloud would essentially get the cyberpunk equivalent of advantage
Yeah.
if you tried to construct it.
Great. We will keep those, I think.
Yeah, for sure we're
We
gonna
need-
keep those.
We need that.
I'm not sure
That's
I'm
for future
enjoying
us.
becoming the cyberpunk equivalent of a fabricator, but
I think
just
it's great. Good for you.
like when you go up to a machine in Star Trek and be like, "Oh, grey, warm." That's me. That's not me.
Yeah.
Panzer tank, big.
Like,
2 weeks later,
Put a rail gun on it.
a concealable round.
yeah, so like
That's over. That's actually my job.
it's an unregistered card, so you
Mhm.
can just register this to a Panzer, and once it's registered, it will only recognize that Panzer.
Beautiful.
Okay, cool.
You're just I like the Odeon's keeping a list. So
Yeah,
this is our shopping
I'm literally
list.
making a note now. I'm like, yep, Panzer
Yep.
gun. Excellent.
Panzer tank.
So, you're all doing that. Cloud, is there something else you wanted to fabricate?
I have
I'm
6
guessing-
days.
You do, yes.
I would like to build a second microwave gun, microwaver, which takes a week.
Yep.
But I would say it's a working week, so that's 5 days.
Oh, so the one, yeah.
It's a Monday, Friday, 9 to 5.
It doesn't say. It doesn't
No,
say.
it doesn't say. It just says
It
a
says
week.
a week. And as it's a working week.
It's a work. Yeah, see, but here's the thing: we've moved to the future, so it's actually a 4-day week now. That's 3-day
4-day
weekends.
Not
hybrid.
in Cyberpunk, it's not.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no one's working 4 days in the cyberpunk.
No.
No, it's a
You
9-day
don't think
week.
you die.
I was going to say, it's like, what's a weekend?
Yeah.
36
the
days.
weeks
Never heard of
end.
those. No.
No. Yeah, I would like to. It says
Mhm.
I looked it up. It's a DV21,
Yep.
and it would take me a working week
Roll it.
Work.
to make. And I figured because we had one already,
Mhm.
that I would make a second one.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to make a second microwave, go for it.
What's my plus? Let's just have a look at what my weapon tech is. It's all right.
This is where we realize
It's reasonable.
duplicating railguns.
Well, let's see if I roll this. Yeah, but not by 22. So it wasn't. It was just.
You've made
Yeah.
a functional microwaver. It works.
Nice.
It's not as good as the upgraded one that you did, the excellent variant. This is just a normal version, but
Yeah, I'm all right with owning a microwave gun.
yeah, you have your own microwaver.
I will also tell you that I'm going to buy a load of. It's 500 eddies, so should I take that out of the? I'll take 500 eddies, but
Mhm.
then the ammo's cheap, so I'm going to buy
Yes.
another. Yeah, I'm going to buy the
Look,
ammo.
it's Cyberpunk. Ammo is cheaper than food. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's probably
Yeah.
it's probably more healthier for you to eat the ammo. Is actually eat what they call food.
That's true. That is
But
true.
you know, yeah. So Cloud spends this week mounting a railgun onto a stratospheric carrier, and then
with a turret.
the turret. Like it's quite funny. You spend 1 day converting this huge railgun into a turret, but spend 6 days replicating this tiny pistol.
Yeah,
Like it's
harder to make small things.
Yeah.
People don't realise that.
yeah, big things. Just glue them on and like stick them on. Like there you go, it works.
Dumb.
Okay, so I would say that after selling all the stuff from from poor Charlie, I'm going to ask the question. I know the answer, but I'd be a bad GM if I didn't ask it. Do you actually cut Charlie in on any of these
Why would we
sales?
ever?
Like I
Can't
have
even
to
give him a
ask.
phone number. Like, didn't even give him any contact
Nope.
details. Just left.
Yep.
I think I'll go back and give them like a pittance. This is not. You can't even really call it a cut.
Are we really going to give him a car? We don't need to. We don't.
It's not.
Have
It's
any-
not even really a cut. Honestly, it's probably like part of her bonus that she got from her own working week. That she's like, yeah, sure, there you go. Have a bit more.
Here's 100 eddies.
Yeah, that'll do you.
We wanna
Everything
be
else is
careful
still
because
waiting
we've
to
got a guy
get
who doesn't like
shifted.
us because we ripped him off. But he knows we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. Well, no, because he doesn't know what it was worth. So it's just like, yeah, you know, some of it was lower grade, etc., etc.
expenses.
Not all of it's been sold yet. I'm cutting
Yeah.
you in as it's getting sold.
Yeah,
So this
no,
is for like one of the PCs.
He's such a fucking golden Labrador. Yeah, like he believes you. Like fully
Wow.
takes you at face value. Oh, okay. Like you're the expert. You knew what the guns were worth. I can eat more kibble tonight. Like it
I do want
takes
to point
100
out
eddies.
to the watchers at home that Hedgehog's mic cut out. He said he believes you. He didn't say what it sounded like, which was he blows you. I just want you to be very clear that is what happened in the narrative.
Yeah.
That's not the way this
He got
story
so
is
screwed
going.
he may as well have done. Like he just got that screwed over.
Yeah. No, he definitely believes you.
Believes.
I'm really emphasizing it now.
So happy with it.
Believes.
Believes.
But
Yeah,
no.
you happy about it?
Odeon and Kat, you've got like 5 days to play around with here. There's still questions around, like, do we know where the panzers are? Is there a way that we could find out where in the warehouse they are, or what they look like? How are we getting them into the stratospheric transport? And how are we getting out of there? I think we've nailed how we're getting in there.
Well, we can open that. So you mentioned there was a sunroof type thing.
Yeah, there's a openable roof.
Yeah. So we get in there. We open the roof up. We have one of Kat's guys fly in, grab the bits, extract.
Yeah.
So that sounds great and all. Problem that atmospheric transports, they do have grapples that will allow them to lift cargo. They're very slow. You could be stuck there for a good... Per panzer, because each panzer is 4 boxes, you're looking probably 2 to 3 minutes per box. And there's 10 panzers in this warehouse. You can imagine like 40 to possibly even 60 to possibly on a bad day 80 minutes. Militech are not going to let you sit there and like slowly pick up boxes and take them. There is the crane. The crane is designed for like atmospheric transports. Like it can pick up boxes and then pass them up to the transport. You've got to dock the two together, and that means you're gonna have someone on the ground to open the docking ports on this thing and like hook them together. That will allow you to move boxes significantly quicker. You're probably looking more like a minute per box, probably a bit quicker if they're already like stacked together neatly and the crane's not got to like move to like find things.
Realistically, how big are the crates? As
Yeah.
in case
The
of like,
crates-
if we had someone doing that, could someone else also be loading up one of the trucks and like prepping to just drive it out of there?
These are big enough that you would need a forklift to move them.
Right.
There are forklifts around, and they do fit in trucks. They have been built to fit in those kind of trucks. Each truck will take 1 panzer.
Yeah. Well, because like we want to try and get as many as we can, so even if we can get one extra one like that,
Yeah.
I mean, she's paying 20,000 per, so like you know, there's possibly 200,000 potential payday here if you could heist all 10 of them out. It's very much down to how risk averse you are.
I love a risk.
I mean, according to Terry's check earlier, it's not heavily guarded.
No,
apart from the turrets.
Yeah, aside from the turrets and automated defenses, it's not heavily guarded. You don't know. There's 2 questions you don't know regarding security. What's it like on the inside? Like, is there a secret army on the other side of those warehouse doors that we don't know about?
Oh, that's why we had Terry doing the audio.
Yeah,
here and people talking.
Yeah, you don't really hear much. That doesn't mean there couldn't be more people deeper into the warehouse. Like, Terry
Yeah.
couldn't
Oh,
hear
okay.
all the way through. He could only hear near the loading docks.
It's
Also,
got amplified audio, but it's not that good.
no, you can't amplify the entire house. The other question relates to how well would Militech respond to a heist? Like, how quickly could Militech get people down there to try and stop you? And what would that look like? That's a bit more of an unknown. You could spend time, like, analyzing nearby known Militech warehouses or guard posts, like trying to work out how much manpower Militech has in the local area. That might give you an idea of what they could throw at you. In terms of how they try to stop you, the obvious threat is to raise the gates. If you can't get through the gates, you can't get out. But you're going to bring in atmospheric transport. So that kind of negates gates because you can just fly over them. So how long is it going to take for Militech to get AV support? And is there something you could do to stop them from getting it? Like, there's potential avenues for sabotage.
Yeah.
Pan your mic.
You're muted.
Oh my days! I hate when that happens. Sorry.
Mm.
I was saying we could have our netrunner sabotage them, or sabotage their communications rather. Like, we've got 5 major uses from him, so that could work out.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, at this point, T-Bone will just hack whatever you tell him to hack. Not Bex. Kat has adequately made him feel bad about turning down work.
Yeah, belittle him.
So he will
destroy that guy's ego.
He will just do the work. I mean, we've seen Militech responses before from the convoy. They like to parade weapons around. You can expect a heavy response that probably escalates the longer you stay there. Think of it like star ratings in GTA. Like, the longer you stay there, the bigger the threat you're going to become, and the more they're going to be willing to stop you, because you're costing them more money. You do have a railgun mounted on the carrier now, so that...
A smart railgun?
Yeah, a smart railgun. I am not letting you make it a smart railgun. I am many things. I am not...
I think it would be fine.
You know, look, I gave you a 30d6 railgun. Make it a smart 30d6. Look, that thing doesn't...
You also gave us so much smart tech.
Look, here's the thing, right? That thing doesn't need to be smart because it looks at cover and laughs at it and just blows the cover up.
It obliterates the cover, to be fair.
Yeah, true.
I'm smart cover. I'm a smart gun because I'm smart enough to blow up the thing you're hiding behind. And you with it.
Any gun is a smart gun if it erases terrain.
Yeah. Like, there are several, like, AV depots in Night City that, you know, they operate. There are several. I mean, heck, bloody Cat and Cloud know this. They have warehouses where they arm trucks. As, you know, that's where you found all this in the first place. Like, there are locations in Night City. They have to hoard their resources somewhere where they're not actively shooting people. So
it might be a good idea to sabotage the nearest ones. Or get rid of them with our answer to every problem, the railgun.
The smart railgun.
Yeah. I'm just going to write the plan.
1 second, let me just...
That's a good idea. I like that. Just a gun called "Here's the plan."
What were you saying, Kat? Sorry.
Just us parked outside with our railgun, like...
Yeah.
Could just get rid of that.
Yeah, we'll just call it the plan.
Just the plan.
Just yeet us, delete us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Plan
God.
B.
You have a plan. We have a plan.
I mean, to be fair, the railgun would dispatch most threats that came your way. The biggest threat to you then, in all honesty, would be
energy bill.
And well, yes, the fuel consumption is not great on this thing. The biggest threat to you then would be aerial threats. The railgun is not a very effective AV shooting down weapon. It can do it in a pinch. It's not the best at it. Like, gyrocopters are going to cause a massive problem because they are very versatile and can fly around you.
Yeah, but if we go and use the railgun to blow up the AV depot,
I mean, if you
before the AVs take off,
It's such a GTA way of thinking about it as well.
So hang on,
Just clear the map.
Like, so is this like the day before the heist? You just go around Night City. If you see a Militech depot, just turn the railgun on it and just blast it.
With Arasaka markings on the side of it.
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
Honestly, could be funny.
Yeah. Could be funny.
Would it start in corporate war? Almost definitely.
Yeah,
would it
corporate
be
war
funny?
could be a laugh.
That's...
Yeah.
I just love Cat's mentality of, mass destruction. That could be fun.
Could be funny. I think it would be.
This is going
would
to
be a little bit funny. Yeah.
Who does Cat work for again? Is it?
It's
No one knows now.
No.
No one knows.
It's just.
It's not Biotechnica, but it's like a Biotechnica rival.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah, so we could be Arasaka.
We could be Arasaka. It's fine.
We could be anything that we wanted to be.
Oh, we the baddies.
Are we the baddies?
I don't think we're the baddies. We've done nothing to anyone innocent.
Just all I've got in my head is the old. What was the name of that? The helicopter. What Hawk something? You know.
Yeah.
Airwolf. Sorry. And then we leave. It's just one and done. It's not it's not a fight. It's not a battle.
Yeah, roll credits.
Roll credits. 3-second show.
And fire.
See, here's the thing. The GM side of me is going, this is insanity. And then I'm like going, how do you counter insanity? And it's like,
You don't.
you don't.
No, you don't.
You take the L.
Give us a rail gun.
You take the L and you just like let them get on with it.
Let them do it.
Yep.
You did this.
I did this, yes. I did do this. Okay.
This is the player version of Cyber Psychosis. You gave us so much hardware that the
They were like,
crew.
We got it.
Yeah, sure. All right then. You've got a tech who can put it on something. You've got someone who wants to fire it, and you have a psychopath in charge of the group. That's all you did.
Excellent.
Okay.
You're in charge of the gun.
Final-
I built it. Cat.
Yep.
You can
Cat
absolutely.
tells to kill people.
Yeah.
That's like, could be funny.
Cat's just there with like these opera glasses, looking out, like calling out the targets.
Interesting.
We're just blowing this crap.
Her voice started to get like Skeletor. Kill them all!
A little bit.
You just justify it. That's all you are, is our moral compass, and it's
Yeah,
spinning.
It's massively askew, but like
I was going to say,
It's like Jack Sparrow's.
Yeah.
Yeah, any world where Cat is deemed the moral compass of the group,
Have they done anything wrong, really? I don't think so.
No.
We're doing our jobs. Odin is
We have never done anything wrong.
Like, name me one wrong thing I've done.
okay.
no. That's why you're at the forefront. Odin is the strength, the muscle, and
we're all agreeing. We're all like tooling up and going, no, and we have done nothing wrong.
We're doing
all right, Cat. We are the good guys, really.
this. Cloud's like building a bigger gun for Odin. Cat's pointing at where Odin needs to shoot, and that's the whole dynamic of the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, final answer.
I think you know.
Oh, we're locked in on, we're going to fly around in the Satisfactory carrier and use our big, massive railgun to destroy anything that looks like a Militech installation. And that's the plan.
Cat, we need this from the top.
Yeah,
it's not
you know,
not
I
a
think
plan.
I think
I
Cat's
don't
not
think
wrong
that's a
actually.
bad plan.
If we do tool up looking like Arasaka, just for people percent, that could do it. That could be fine. Like even better yet, if we did it in an Arasaka vehicle.
Yeah, we'll
I
just
don't know
spray
if
it
we
on
have
I
sight.
mean, look, yeah, you can spend. I mean, look, you would have to do this like before the heist, like the last day before the
Yeah.
heist. If
Day
you
before.
if you did it too early, like it would cause a whole other set of problems.
Yeah. No, this
So
is the last minute.
you've got days that you can sit there and just paint the Arasaka logo onto the side of the stratospheric carrier if that is really what you want to do. I am just your humble storyteller. It is completely up to you if you want to go and start the fifth corporate war.
So the issue, the
Yeah,
issue is
we
if
just
we
looked at
if
Cat
we
and
do
said, "What are you doing,
that,
boss?"
if we put the Arasaka logo on it, then when we're trying to get out of Militech and other corps see Arasaka just hanging about, not great. That's gonna make us a target for like every other corporation going.
So maybe not then.
So
I
maybe
mean,
not Arasaka. Like I'm not against us blowing the place to hell and back.
I would like to remind you that the NUSA said that if Arasaka came back to Night City, they would launch a nuclear attack against Tokyo. So, like,
Yeah.
Okay,
So like
maybe a
so, like,
different corp then.
telling one little golden retriever manning from Arasaka is nothing. I don't think we should paint it
What
on our...
about Night City in a death cannon?
Maybe not that one.
Target painted on the side of it.
What's up? We love Arasaka.
Yeah. What's up, you suckers?
I mean,
Arasaka. Woo!
Arasaka.
I mean that is one way of getting yourself like hired by them, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah, then we
No, we
nobody
should-
else
we
would
should-
hire us.
We should
Yeah,
not
we could-
pretend to be Arasaka,
we should just
but
put
we
our
should
own
go and
logo
blow
on
up
the
all their
side.
AVs.
Yeah. No, not our logo either.
Just write your names on the side.
Clouds
Yeah,
into it.
we should make up a
What?
corp.
Okay, honestly, could just paint a Militech logo on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that would be bad.
That'll fuck them up.
Blowing up themselves. Yes, I'm in. I
Like,
can't do it.
That
I've
could be
got
funny.
others to do, but you two,
I've got time. I'll do it.
yeah, get Tony Hart in it. Go on.
Yeah. Let me borrow Luna and Saint.
Hold on,
Terry.
And Terry, yeah, sure.
Got paintbrushes now.
Terry's
Just
helping.
everyone's helping. Okay, so we're painting this stratospheric carrier like a Militech stratospheric carrier.
Militech colours and
Yep.
colours and logo.
Nice and black. So
Yep.
matte black with white logoing on
We're doing
it.
a great job.
Yeah, you spent it
Great job.
days just painting this thing.
Is there a
and-
painting skill?
There is the thing. There's
Yeah.
paint, draw, sculpt.
There
Oh,
is.
there
Yeah,
it
there
is.
actually is. Yeah. I mean, if you. Do you know what?
There is.
Fuck,
Are you gonna make me roll for this? God damn it! Okay.
fuck
there
it.
is.
I mean, to be fair, you can't fuck it up.
Yeah,
God, I
like,
just pressed the roll button.
let me just roll, see what I got.
I'm not there.
Okay, it's not terrible. I got a 13.
Oh, I got a 16.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm rolling for Terry.
I mean, this isn't a work of art. Like, this is just painting something
long-
one colour.
So long as it looks convincing.
Yeah.
Terry got a 10. He helped.
Yeah, like,
I gave him 4
You-
in paint dry.
see, the problem with Militech is they're so arrogant that a bit like Dulux colours, they named a type of black after them. So, like, everything
So we
is
just went and
painted
bought
Militech black.
and just
And
Great.
Black.
it's just like, okay, that makes it fairly obvious
Yeah.
what colour we need to buy. Yeah, you paint the ship in Militech colours. Give me an electronics check again, Cloud.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, no.
I'm helping you out here. I'm a benevolent
I don't know
guy.
if you are. Electronics tech. Where's my electronics again? Okay, cool. Oh, it's a 25.
Hey.
It was a 9.
You, alongside painting this, you also are able to install a Militech transponder. So to radars,
Oh, that would make way more sense, actually. That makes way more sense than painting.
to radars and like any kind of like remote defenses, you will register as being an ally.
Oh, we are so funny for this.
In order for automated defenses to shoot back at you, someone has to designate you a target. And to be honest, after firing that railgun, I don't think there's going to be many people around left to call you a target.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice, let's do it.
Okay, so
And then we can heist next time.
We've had Cats focus. And we've had my face. Time for Odeon's time to shine now.
I'm going to say, Odium, just give me a attack roll.
Okay.
Just with I mean, it's technically a heavy weapon.
I can do it with weapons.
I'm gonna Cloud sat there with like I don't know, a protein shoe like this. Just watch it.
Okay. Attack
That
roll.
snacking like fresh strawberries.
Yeah. This is just a shoelace.
Yeah,
I found it.
Let's watch it first. There we go.
gross.
It tastes
There we
good.
go.
I don't think it
Okay,
is.
that is 24.
24. Well, the good news is that buildings don't have dodge rolls, because buildings can't dodge.
Sure can.
People can't dodge.
That's Cloud's.
So audience in this thing, just like eye on the aim.
Mm.
Are we in this thing already? Are we here?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I
we're just
imagine
blowing
that
up their AVs.
Yeah, we're airwolfing.
yeah, this is the day before the heist now. Operation Blow Everything Up.
That's the name of it.
Operation
Yeah.
Airwolf.
Operation Airwolf. Roll me 30d6 on roll 20.
So, yeah, Odeon like hooks up the cam to her optic link and says, "Wait, what are we shooting again?" And then fires.
Out, you can hear. Coming
Oh my
out.
days, that's 130 damage.
130 damage. Okay. What happens over the course of when people look back at this in history? Like, there's two bad events that happened in Night City. There was the Arasaka Tower blowing up, and then there was that one random day where a stratospheric carrier went around the city and just indiscriminately started firing at things.
So
We're humming the airwolf theme as we're doing it.
We were firing at very specific things. It's not
Yeah.
so
Here's the
discriminate.
thing.
No, it's-
Here's the thing.
The night of the
Two.
Militech massacre. That's what
Exactly.
this is.
To the average gonk on the streets, this thing is just firing left, right, and center, like blowing up.
Really loud rock music playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Johnny would be so proud. Just like one by one blowing up, like, and because you've got Pat with you, because you've got Odeon and you've got Cloud, you've got brains. I'm not gonna say you do it stupidly. Like, you go for the AV plants first because you know they're the things that could target you back. So you go around shooting all the AVs before they can take off. Then you do another lap of the city and start going after their vehicle depots so they can't deploy any cars against you.
Should do a
There's
roll against the car.
That's a great idea, Cat. Great.
Thank you. I think this is a
Was
great
great.
one.
What?
I love the idea that it's just and there's like a silence as it hits,
Yeah.
and this becomes a particle of just becomes a black
Yeah.
hole as it all collapses in on itself.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know we're trying to fire in time with the music?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
On the beat.
it's like Hi-Fi Rush, but for
That's sick, actually.
that's
You
why
can
I
do
bolt
urban
action
terrorism too.
everything.
Yeah.
Hits the beat.
Yeah, like. So, loads of people always ask, why was it that Militech got how did Militech leave Night City? Like, what pushed them towards Dogtown? I think we know what did.
It was this.
It was 3 people in a stratospheric carrier, going around obliterating them. You go through depot after depot. I mean, I'm not going to give you a casualty count. I don't think you care if there was a casualty count.
Roll the dice for it. A couple more. You can't just do one dice roll for that. You gotta let.
Fine.
Yeah.
Gotta let Odeon.
Give me 3 more 30d6s then.
Okay, so that's 103 damage, 113 damage, and 83 damage on that last one.
Oh, a little
that
one.
Yeah.
That was the bikes.
That's the one. That's the one she missed. She missed the beat.
That was the stables.
Yeah.
She missed the beat, but she didn't miss the shot, thank goodness. Otherwise, that mega tower wouldn't be a mega tower anymore.
God.
Yeah, you like go around vaporizing these like depots one by one. Suffice to say, that by the end of this dark night in Militech history, there isn't a Militech response. You get a text, like a message from Aether, that just
You're only
goes
supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
like, it's kind of like, I thought the answer was stealth. You've just single-handedly put a huge dent in Militech's share price.
Yep.
Thank you, by the way. I now own a lot of more Militech stock, thanks to you. But
Sweet.
But like,
Call this the GameStop gambit.
Cat's guide on how to crash the stock market.
Blow it up.
Yeah,
Blow it up.
Can't own.
They couldn't halt trading on us this time.
So once you've done your Airwolf Night of Terror around Night City, I'm going to ask you one question. Do you go and land this thing and wait till the next day to pull off the raid? Or are you just going to be like, right, no, we're ready? And
I think we've got to
it?
just go straight to... Because if we
Yeah, I think
land it, it gives
time
them
of the
time
essence.
to, like...
Yeah, no time to reconfigure. Let's get in there.
Right.
Yeah.
This AV kind of, the stratospheric carrier, like, turns around Luna, like, grabs the big wheel, like, twists it so it starts facing the warehouse as it kind of, like, flies on over. And that is where we're going to end this very destructive episode.
Yeah.
That ended a much bigger explosion than I thought it was going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Admittedly,
So-
I thought we were going to stealth, but nope.
So,
We explode everything
admittedly,
in left.
when I first wrote the railgun into existence, my initial thoughts of it was they could use this to clear a convoy out the way. They could probably use it to blow a hole in the perimeter wall, so they don't have to use the gates, or just blow the gate up. What I didn't anticipate was Chris going, but we could mount it on the carrier and make it mobile.
I mean,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Cloud wants efficiency, but also he likes to combine cool shit.
Yeah.
That's on me. I should have remembered that if you
He
give...
wants to shoot the guns, and that's her. She's fine with it.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. That Aerosaka rocket launcher you got now is kind of like child's toy.
It is a
Well,
bit.
still, it's fun to have options. That's the important thing.
It is. It's nice to have little toys to play
Yeah.
with.
Let's just say that once the Night City figures out that it was you three behind it, I think you're going to have a lot more contracts heading your way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All press is good press.
If I don't get promoted, then what was the point?
God.
Cat's just like, I did all this destruction, all this murder. I didn't even bother counting the bodies. I still didn't get promoted.
Yeah.
Here's the
Why
thing.
did I
Ultimate
bother?
corpo.
Here's the thing, right? If it was Biotechnica bodies, I don't know, that might have been like the clinching thing. This is the
Militech, they're
bit.
like, okay.
Yeah, but Biotechnica are better. Like this is the point where at the end of the heist, Cat's just like, "Can we do one more pass for this Biotechnica?"
Just really quickly.
Just
Just for my own.
just casually, you know, as we're going past, only if we see them. Open fire.
Drive by.
If no one else comes knocking, we do know a whole military technical company that needs security.
You're desperately at this point now.
Desperately.
Just like, hey, listen, I heard you really got wiped out. Do you need
Someone
a hand
shot
with
you
that?
with an APC, but don't worry. Us and our APC will help you.
And our
Don't worry
white
about it.
APC, like that we've repainted the opposite colour.
We've had
Yeah, we have the black one with it to you, but don't worry. We've got
we've
a
got a
white
white
one.
one. It's
A
fine.
red cross on the side.
There's no way it could have been us. Anyway,
No.
2 million
We've
Eddies.
painted it pastel pink. We
So,
promise it wasn't us.
The one thing I always wanted to know was how Arasaka came back to Night City afterwards. I think we found the answer.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, no one had time to stop him. There was
Yeah, like
chaos everywhere.
just Militech casually getting kicked out to get their asses handed to them, then Arasaka just come in and fill the gap.
I want to go play Cyberpunk 2077 and see if I can do this now. If I can go and find shortcut, I'm going to speed run it. Straight up to the
Like,
roof.
if anyone's good at modding the PC version, if you just make a flyable carrier with a
Yeah,
railgun,
mod in a
Yeah.
destroy everything mod.
start leveling
Incredible.
parts of Night City. Oh god, this was a lot of fun. And next week we're gonna pull off a heist that was supposed to be quite challenging, but I think we've just simplified that problem significantly.
It's because we've got the plan.
The plan,
We're
yeah,
professionals.
I love the
Professionals
Ghost
with the plan.
Yeah.
the plan. Just, I love it when players like. I like playing the villain, but I love it more when the players outsmart me. There's a certain level of.
That was.
I don't know if this is outsmarting. I think this is
Like,
just
yeah.
brute forcing our way through.
It was just a natural. We were all on the same path. I don't know how it's just outsmarting. We saw a big cannon. There was a flying
We've
thing.
been having that.
Well, next week we'll steal some boxes, and then we'll talk about how much those boxes are worth, and
Yeah.
And we'll cover everything in the box and then we'll shoot people with that.
yeah, and we'll talk to Aether, and we'll see what Aether wants to do with you now that you've
Pay us more money, I should hope.
pay us more. We have a
She wants
carrier.
more money, is what she wants.
Look, we've got you all these tanks, and also Militech is dead in the water. Like,
Yeah.
what more can you ask from us?
Panzer tanks seem almost redundant now.
I was
Don't
gonna
they?
say.
But we have the plan.
And you've-
You didn't think about putting the railgun on a stratospheric
Yeah.
carrier, did you? We did.
I'm happy
That's
to
why we're the
replicate this.
professionals.
What we need is another railgun, so we put a railgun on our railgun.
Yes. Start stacking them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Railgun 2, rail harder.
Okay.
We
Right.
want one each. And then we want to become a big Voltron like railgun.
You know what?
We're the
Amazing.
new-
Let's do it.
We're the new
That's our
Militech now.
I
It's just
didn't-
us three.
I didn't know that the Cyberpunk game was turning into Power Rangers.
yeah.
I don't have that rule book.
Yeah. It's become ridiculous, but next week is gonna be amazing.
And this week we definitely won't get screwed over by anything, and we will blow everything up. Be great. Come watch us win all the time.
Win. There's
Yeah.
no such thing as consequences to your actions. When
Nope.
you're this powerful, they don't exist.
Yep. Exactly.
Anyway,
This is what it's like to be rich. This is what it's like.
We're playing being rich, insane people.
Yeah, this is the corporate lifestyle, baby.
We have one answer, and it's always the right one.
yeah, because we can buy the right answer.
No, we don't even buy it, we're making it. We'll build it.
Right. Yes. We are back next Tuesday. I had to think then. I don't know what day of the week it was. God, it's only Tuesday. It feels like a Thursday to me.
It is Tuesday.
It is only Tuesday. I had a sad thought. I'm like, is it only Tuesday? Damn.
Yeah.
So, I've been Hedgehog. I continue to be Hedgehog. You can find me online at Hedgehog UK. I love how the subtitles calls it Hedgehog at 10 a.m. Okay,
Right.
fine, good job, subtitles. I don't stream at 10 a.m. I'm too tired. I don't have a lot going on. In all honesty, I am on Discord most of the time, our Misadventures League Discord, which the link is down there somewhere. Yeah, that's me. I'm going to let everyone sign off, but I'm going to do it in reverse order. So I'm going to start with Pan.
Okay. Hey, I'm Pan. I'm still Pan, actually. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still a same person. You can still find me at Stellar Encore on most socials as well. And you can still hear me on the Mercy Power podcast, Cosmopunk, Orcs of Whiterun, not Whiterun, I was so close. And you can catch me on the weekends playing video games here on my Twitch channel, Stellar Encore on Twitch. Yes, please come and say hi. That's me.
Bex.
Yeah, I am. Yep, still Bex. I'm on the socials, generally speaking, mostly on Blue Sky under Phoenix Force. You can hear me on my horror podcast, Out to Get You. Next week I will be over on Girls Run These Worlds playing Blades in the Dark, which is going to be great. And I am on the editorial board for Strange Horizons, so come over and support us and read some fun sci-fi and fantasy. That's my lot.
Woo! Last but not least, we have Chris.
Hello. You can find me everywhere as Papa Glitch. You can sign up. I am a comedian and perform all over the UK. You can sign up to learn stand-up comedy from me online. That happened. I've forgotten to do that now. I do it one-to-one. You can also have confidence and anxiety management lessons from me. I teach that after my wife taught it to me. And also, I've decided I'm going to start a podcast about how to win Cyberpunk called "If You Build It, They Will Gun."
Oh, Dave. Oh my God.
Incredible.
That'll be every Wednesday morning after our Cyberpunk sessions.
just the companion podcast.
Yeah.
If I Build It, They Will Gun. That's Cloud's podcast starting next week for Wednesday.
As long as it pays my therapy. You know,
it's running one ad over and over again, and it is just for old retro radio stations playing 80s and 90s TV shows.
I'm actually already there. That sounds great.
Yeah, we're in.
Right. It's been fun. It's been destructive. Way more destructive than I possibly anticipated. But hey, well played. Well done. We will see you next week. Until next week, then, be safe and have fun. Bye and see bye. And also, don't try to blow anything up with rail guns. Just as an aside.
It's probably fine.
Yeah.
It's probably fine. Okay, bye.
Do not replicate anything seen in this AP. Please. I don't want to be legally liable.
This is all based on a true story, actually.
Yeah.
It's an autobiography.
My journey. Right, that's it. Sayonara, good night.
Ciao.